Homebistro.com. Freshly prepared, home-delivered, restaurant-quality gourmet meals delivered straight to your home. Choose from over 50-plus gourmet meal options cooked by world-class chefs and delivered frozen, ready to eat within minutes and no commitment. Welcome to the one-shop gourmet food delivery, specializing affordable options to eat right and feel great. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Every ingredient is handpicked to the highest standard. And why you should buy from Homebistro.com? Restaurant quality, made with natural ingredients, delivered right to your door. Overnight shopping is available. Diabetic, paleo, heart health, and vegetarian options to eat. Doing business since 1999. Courteous, knowledgeable, and professional support. Complete PCI compliant SSL security ordering, and great meals. Choose from some of my favorite dishes: the Mediterranean chicken with orange honey sauce, the charbroiled chicken romesco, or the grilled chicken breast with sweet and spicy vegetables. No matter what you choose, you can't lose with Homebistro.com. Eat great, feel good, and save some money with Homebistro.com. Hit the link in the description section below for more information. Who that family? Check out the Pro Shop. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. Check out the Pro Shop and who that too.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the Sports Coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the Sports Coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Who that to the black and gold family, man. We in time, just in time for another installment of the Sports Coma. We in the building. Much love to you guys. Thank y'all for joining us in this live stream. Big ups to the family members. And once again, big ups to the fam. So I'd like to give a shout out to the Great Saint Think Tank. We in the building for another installment. TSC Friday, a free-for-all, as we're calling it now. Big ups to the family members. Thank y'all for being in this thing. And like I've been saying for a while now, it seemed like forever. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sport talk from your favorite sports family. I'm Big Q. You're the Great Saint Think Tank. The best of the black and gold nation is well represented in this thing. Who that to you guys, and I appreciate y'all. And of course, big ups to you. Happy holidays to you guys. Easter is upon us. It's Good Friday, as it's called. So big ups to the family members. I remember recanting what Dick Gregory said. Dick Gregory, rest in power, the old Dick Gregory. He was a very wise old dude. And he said this, I'll share this with you. He said, man, y'all, they killed my savior on Friday.
and told me it was a good day. So it did Gregory. So big ups to the family members. Much love to you guys. Thank y'all for being here as we get ready to talk a few news, notes, and items with the show. So the link is in the chat. I'm going to cover a few news, notes, and items. So if family members want to pop on, feel free to line up in the chat, and I'm going to get to each one of y'all. And any questions, concerns, or comments about the team, you can feel free to hash them out today on the live stream. So with that being said, we'll start off, Brother Tyrese. Big ups to Brother Tyrese, last say in the building. Who that to you? Olden Force, what's up, fam? Big ups to you in the building. Gabriel Thomas, who that to you, fam? Brother Jerry Paul Jr. in the building as well. Who that to you? Brother Byron is in the building. Much love to you as well, fam. What's up, Lavelle? Who that to you, fam? Chiming in the building as well. And let me see who else we got there. And let me see who else we got. Brother John as well. Big ups to you, Brother John. Ferg 318 is in the house as well. What's up, Ramsey? Aloha, fam. Big ups to Ramsey. Much love to you way out there in Hawaii. Tragic. What's up, fam? 504 in the building. Big ups to you and the fam. All right. Revolt. What's up, Revolt? Revolt in the building as well. Who that to you, fam? Space Ghost is in the building. Who that to you as well? Brother Tyrone Jones. What's up, Tyrone? Who that to you? Don Juan Fontaine is in the building. What's up, Don Juan? Big ups to you, fam. And all the family members chiming in the Great Saint Think Tank today. Big ups to you guys as well as we get ready to run through some of these things. And like I said, to pop in questions, concerns, comments, either the chat, I'll address them, or you can feel free to get on the show. And that's Friday Free Fall is dedicated to the Sports Coma, the Great Saint Think Tank, as it's called, for you guys to be heard as well. What's up, Nick? Big ups to Nick 504 in the building. What's up, fam? Good to see you in the chat as well. Big ups, fam. He says Night Ward, Mazan, and okay, good. Who that to you, brother Nick? Much love, brother Nick, in the building as well. Big ups, fam. All right, so with that being said, fam, please feel free to hit upon the like button if you're entering the stream. Feel free to also hit the bell for notification. And if you aren't a subscriber to the Great Saint Think Tank, hit the subscribe button. Not only hit it, annihilate it. Knock the piss out that subscribe button if you hadn't already done so. Big ups to the rest of the fam. What's up, Collinator? Big ups to Collinator. What's up, fam? Good to see you as well. Brock Page. What's up, Brock? Who that to you, fam? Good to see you in the chat. And Ramsey said, I feel welcome. All right. Good. Ramsey, you one of the family, man. You should feel welcome, brother. It's like a big family reunion on a daily basis with the Sports Coma and the Great Saint Think Tank. We in this thing. So much love, fam. I appreciate y'all for chiming in. And we're going to get this thing off and running. I get through these news, notes, and items. And like I said, family, there's a link in the chat right now. It's posted in the chat. You can feel free to hit that link and you can get on right now. And I'm going to cover these notes and then I'm going to come back to you and you be the first one to pop out, in the commentary. And of course, if it gets too crowded, when they have a lot of people lined up, then, we're going to have to hit the 5-minute rule where everybody get 5 minutes so that everybody can line up. So if it is not as crowded, then people it's an adjustment where you can be able to have a little bit, you see what I'm saying, as to be fair to the rest of the family members so they don't just be sitting on the line, I want to hear everybody. So with that being said, fam, give me a second and I'll get to going here and sharing the screen with the family members as we get going in this thing, man. Much love. All right. So with that being said, we're going to pop right on into this one. And as you can see, the first one we got lined up, fam, is this one. What's up, KB? Who that to you, KB? Much love to you, baby. Big ups to you. Appreciate you being here. And we got this one here, Saints assistant GM Jeff Ireland. That's right, Jeff Ireland for president is spotted scouting Zaven Collins. That should make my dog GM Kev happy to hear that. He's been pushing for Zaven Collins, the outstanding linebacker out of Tulsa, who's 6'4", 260-ish, that people in the NFL see as a tweener prospect. And I don't like using a hybrid term because they've had a lot. They've usually, when they apply that hybrid term to a player, is really, it's a failing thing. That's something that they try to catch on in the 90s, a hybrid, but not too many hybrid players were just like blowing the doors off. So I don't want to use that whack ass term to apply for any bit, but he's a tweener prospect who can play, who you can train to play the defensive end position or he's athletic enough to drop back into coverage and cover people. Big weapon, big player who you can use in different ways, which is interesting because when the Saints signed, Tanaka Casper, I was saying to myself, the question is, where does he play? Where you gonna play Casper? He's 6'7", 290 pounds. So, I mean, you can spot him at the interior or on the edge. So, this will be somebody. And remember, it's interesting because if you delve into the story, Casper had a chance to go back to the Chiefs. They wanted him back. He said, I'm going to New Orleans. So obviously he sees it as an opportunity to really step in and perhaps get some meaningful play time. Where do the Saints see him at? You see what I'm saying? So it'll be interesting to see where his spot falls at. And they can play him either or, but, does he fall into a certain area? The question I'm presented is, does he act as a replacement to a degree for Sheldon Rankins, perhaps? Or, not Malcolm is 3+100. It's a nose guard, but does he fit anywhere in there? That's the questions. But anyway, we'll cover this story right here. We have two more others, and then we'll get into open up the lines. So, like I said, the chat, there's a link in the chat, family, for those who won't pop on the show. Just, pop up there and I'll cover these stories and then I'll come right to you. All right. Big ups to the rest of the family, brother. What's up, Darrell? Who that to your fam? Good to see you in the chat. What's up, Kashawn? Who that to your fam? Swag fam is in the building as well. Big ups to you, family. Appreciate y'all being here on this fantastic Friday. I hope you guys had a fantastic Friday today. And have a fantastic, it's going to be some really nice weather too. So I hope you guys get out there and enjoy it. All right, let's talk some Saints. Saints assistant GM Jeff Ireland for president. Spot, that's our little nickname, my dog Scoob. Big ups to Scoob as well. What's up, Jerry Wright, who that to your fam? Says Saints for life, who that? Thank you for joining us in the live stream. Mr. Jerry Wright, who that to? You got two Jerrys in the stream now. All right. So with that being said, we'll cover some of this. Is Jeff Ireland talking with Tulsa linebacker Xavier Collins after the pro day. And there have been several interesting pro days. What's up, Wayne? Who that to your fam? What's up, Dave? Who that to Dave Nicholson as well? Big ups to the family. Thank y'all for being here. Please strike the like button. If you're not a subscriber, strike the hell out of the subscribe button instantaneously. All right, so with that being said, the 2021 NFL Draft rapidly approaching. The Saints are checking under every rock and beating every bush in an attempt to find their guy. During the Peyton era, the Saints have drafted the best available player that remains on their draft board when their turn to pick arrives. That's not to say the team doesn't have targets. However, this year could be different with the heavy amount of turnover this roster has already seen. And remember that the Saints, this year and next year, the Saints are not out of a salary cap hell yet. They're in a sort of a purgatory right now as it gets ready, because next year there's still going to be some stuff that's going on. They're still going to have to be dealing with the fact that they're going to be missing out on 15 plus players they'll have to replace or resign. And that's why the black and gold are meticulously and really intelligently looking at using this year's draft and next year's draft to piece together pieces of this team, large swaths of this team for the next 5 years. I mean, it gets a point where we were just spending all of this money, and now the Saints are taking more of a conscientious, conservative approach to what they're doing. Like they're taking low-end free agents, not so much in quality, but in terms of money, getting Alex Armah, who's an upgrade over Burton, who's headed to the Chiefs. And, of course, you look at other players that they added, like Casper, the former Chiefs player that's now on the Saints defensive line. They're picking these players, and these players will bring value to the team. Now, of course, we still hadn't addressed the cornerback position, but word on the street, the Saints are still looking at a veteran cornerback. TJ Carey didn't work out, and thank goodness we don't need a TJ and a PJ. I won't get into all of that. But it is what it is, right, fam? So, we'll see. But one of the potential targets is Tulsa linebacker Xavier Collins, who's pictured meeting with Saints general manager Jeff Ireland. Collins, a versatile linebacker and consensus All-American in 2020, is projected to go later in the first round of the draft with the departures of Alexander and Alex Anzalone. Now, the word on the street is the Saints are interested in bringing Quan Alexander back for, when he gets healthy, perhaps closer to camp or something like that. So we'll just be monitoring that. Hopefully we do get Quan back. I think he helps out. He fits like a glove. We know about his injury history, but I wouldn't be against taking a linebacker, especially if you factor in the fact that if Demario Davis gets hurt, now I'm not saying I'm putting that on Demario. Y'all know I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, if he does, who replaces Demario Davis in the middle? He is one of the players that are irreplaceable. The Saints over the last several years were able to actually, to a degree, replace Drew, not his production, but they were still able to win games without Drew being in the quarterback chair back there orchestrating the team, which was excellent. When Drew was out over the last few years, the team only lost one game without Drew Brees, their Hall of Fame leader. So that just goes to show you, man, how really good the Saints have been. But how does that dynamic play if you lose a Cam Jordan and a Demario Davis for half of a season or something like that? Who steps up in his place? That's a question that we need to answer, and there is no answer for that because a lot of the linebackers we have are project players who don't know a lot about the defense, so and don't have a lot of playing time. So this kid Zaven Collins, who's big, who's athletic, you can use in different ways, could be an interesting pick. I don't know if Collins will be there when the Saints pick. He's one of the top linebackers out there, besides the other guy. What's his name from Penn State. So, I mean, it's interesting to see exactly what will happen. And the draft is going to be real interesting, man. Saints have not drafted a linebacker in the first round since Stephon Anthony. Remember that guy? Out of Clemson in 2015. It would be going against the recent philosophy. Again, this offseason has seen the landscape of roster change significantly. Additionally, there are no doubt that Peyton and company may have some regret on passing up LSU product Patrick Queen in this year's draft. And also my dog GM Kev would say about that. He's still pissed off about Saints passing on Pat Queen for Cesar Ruiz. The last 3 first-round picks the Saints have had is, let's take a look. Let's span back, shall we? Cesar Ruiz and Marcus Davenport. But in the end, I think that, we had kind of luxury drafts then because the Saints were so loaded. We didn't need all those picks. But you're going to see when the Saints right now, how they operate and they're doing their due diligence, you're going to see really the next couple of years, it's going to be really smart drafts by the Saints brass. I'm telling you. And they realize the importance of filling this team out with the draft over the next couple of years, speaking to the economic feasibility of the model. Now, the Saints have drafted a linebacker. We talked about Clemson Stephon Anthony, who, when Stephon Anthony, who was 6'4", 250-ish, out of Clemson, was balling, came in rookie year with the Saints, broke Ricky Jackson's, that's right, Hall of Fame, all-world, all-pro linebacker, Mr. Ricky Jackson, Mr. 57 himself. Stephon Anthony broke his rookie tackle record. Then the flow fell out. And I don't think it was just Stephon Anthony. I think it was the Saints defense, because remember, they had all that foolishness going on with them. When Rob Ryan moved Will, rest in peace, Will Smith to outside linebacker. He had your boy Hicks playing not at tackle, in nose tackle, but had him playing defensive end. It was utterly ridiculous and stupid. And also he had Haloi Kakaha, who was a second-round draft pick who had 19 picks when the Saints took him out of Washington that year. They had him covering tight ends and coverage. I'm like, that's not what that guy does. That's not his strong suit. He's a guy that you let him put his hand in the ground, let him go after the quarterback. The Saints was doing all kind of stupid stuff, and I think that affected it. Even at 3-4, then they went to the switch, and I think Stephon and many other people got caught up when Dennis Allen took over the defense. He went from the assistant, when he, special assistant, to help him out, to being a defensive coordinator. Certain players that he didn't like, they got the boot. Stephon was one of them. Keenan Allen was another one of them. And it goes on and so on and so forth. But I just think that was not a good look right there. Stephon Anthony, the bottom just fell out on him. And Collins would slot well next to DeMario and would make a great fit in Dennis Allen's defense, which values versatility, flexibility. This draft season is bound to have strong implications for New Orleans. This is coming from the Saints Wire. This is a good article. I like it. And the writer does a good job of accentuating and saying about the Demario Davis. You need somebody next to Demario. Quine, even if Quine's healthy, he has a very unstable injury history. And you want to kind of hitch your wagon to somebody that's going to be here for the next 5 years. You want an all pro. And Xavier Collins has all pro written all over him. He can cover, he can rush the passer, he can, he tackles really well. He got a few other things he got to clean up. But I wonder, boy, do I wonder if he'd be sitting there at 28 for the Saints to take him. We'll see. But Ireland's looking at him, which means the Saints are looking at everybody. You look at who they've been scouting: offensive linemen, defensive ends, linebackers. They even looked at a few corners, safeties. They're looking, at a little bit of everything. And I think that the Saints not just drafted for this year, but into the future as well. So we'll see. Okay, let's move forward to the next article, also from Saints Wire. Saints projected to receive 3 compensatory draft picks in 2022. See, that's what I'm saying. The Saints are really, and if you think about why the Saints not signing people, another school of thought is the Saints are not actively signing people because they understand the compensatory pick model, meaning that if this many players got away from us, then we in turn will get compensation for these guys escaping. So if we tend to sign just such and such, we can get more of these compensatory picks and then have more value in the draft than what we did if we just go out and get a bunch of cheap veterans that only good for a year, as opposed to get the draft picks who can groom into something that goes to more than a year or so. You see what I'm saying? At a cheaper rate. So, I mean, this could be also something I just want to share with the family. I was thinking about, and people kept asking me, sending me messages, emails or whatnot, saying, Q, why they not active? What's going on with the Saints? And I'm like, okay, money's a part of it. Not Jeff Ireland, but I'm about to say Stan Van Gundy. Mickey Loomis, Mickey? Y'all know the guy, Mickey, Mickey, that guy. Mickey right now understands that, we got to get the deal, the extension done with Ryan Ramczyk. We also got to get the extension done with Marshawn Lattimore, and that opens up more money. But also, just to share this thought with the great Saint think tank, because we all about thinking, we thinking people over here, is that the Saints probably are noticeably quiet in free agency because they understand the compensatory pick model. Meaning if they allow a certain amount of people to get away and get signed and sign just enough to stay within a certain wavelength, that they can get compensation for the guys they allowed to leave versus the ones they sign. For instance, if 7 or 8 guys leave your team and you sign 3, you get compensation for them based upon how much money said player is signing with the previous team. Now, Alex Anzalone, if he wasn't, if he'd have got a little bit more from Detroit, you'd have got a compensatory pick for him as well. So with that being said, let's address this article, and they'll tell you exactly, what they mean by what picks are more picks, 3 more picks coming to the Saints. Well, we already knew about the Terry Fontenot pick, the 3rd this year and the 3rd next year added to what the Saints have. But what about the rest? Over the Cap's Nick Court has maintained a series of comp cancellation charts for each team in the NFL, and he estimates the Saints have lost 3 qualifying free agents, which is Trey Hendrickson, which is projected a 4th round there. And then compensation for him, defensive tackle Sheldon Rankins, 5th round compensation, cornerback Justin Hardy, 7th round compensation. So as you can see, the Saints allowing certain players, Trey Hendrickson gone, Sheldon Rankins gone, Justin Hardy gone. We get picks for those guys, and we can use those picks to kind of build the team up over the next 5 years, over the next couple of drafts. So you look at linebacker Alex Anzalone, we just talked about him in that formula. He signed with Detroit for 1.75, which doesn't pick that threshold. So, so neither does fullback Armah at 1.1 a deal, won't factor into the formula either. Now, if you look at what they did with Caspernon, the signing of him does cancel out Hardy's loss, but ultimately doesn't matter because only 32 comp picks are awarded each year to keep the grand total at 256, and the induction of the comp picks from the minority personal departures to executive role will push those 7-rounders beyond the 30-second limit. So it's possible the Saints could lose one of those projected comp picks by signing an unrestricted free agent at a high enough value. See, they may not be realistic to expect given the spending thus far, especially given how badly free agent is slowed down. Now it really has, but the Saints have a handful of other qualifying free agents left on the market. But it's tough to see if any of them signing with a new team at that number that might return another comp pick. Group includes Craig Robinson, Ken Crawley, DJ Swearinger. Burton is about to sign with the Chiefs. And then, of course, Benny Fowler, which word on the street, the Saints are interested in bringing him back. So let's look at this. This is the Saints projected picks scenario for 2022. as you can see, first rounder, second rounder, 2/3, one of which is the compensatory pick for Mr. Fontenot. And then you have a fourth round compensation pick for Hendrickson. You got 2 5s, the original 5 and the compensatory for Rankins. And then you don't have a 6, but you have a 7. And you can lose probably the 7 on Hardy. We'll see how it all shakes. But in the end, you see what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 picks for the Saints going into next year's draft. And I promise you, the Saints are going to do a job of using those picks to their best advantage to fill out the team, because they understand what they face, and you're looking at the cap heading ahead. You got to use the draft system because it's a lot cheaper and you get a lot more value on that person. You got to kind of develop these guys. But in the end, I think it's a safer strategy for the black and gold to get back into, to build the overall talent level back up and youth up as well, because a lot of our players there, you see Drew Brees retiring, you see Morstead's gone. A lot of the guys that carried us for many years are not there no more. But you're starting to see the young guys, been on the team, the stars, established guys like Kamara and Mike Thomas. Those guys will be the leadership heading forward with the offense. You look at the defense. Cam Jordan's in his 30s. He's getting old. DeMario got 3 years left on his deal extension that he signed. He's in his 30s. Malcolm Jenkins is well into his 30s. So some of the key and crucial elements of the defense are well into their 30s. And you're going to have to, at some time, think about replacing these men, not getting rid of them, but eventually when their contracts, you want to have people in place that can take their stead. So with that being said, let's get into our final article. The Saints mostly out of free agency's first wave. Who remaining could fill the roster? Now, we covered a lot of this on TSC Q&A Live, and we did that as well. So, we talked about this, I think, TSC Q&A Live. If you want to join it, we do Tuesday shows, Patreon shows, 40 plus lock content on the Patreon channel. You can simply join up to become a member on the YouTube channel to have access to those TSC Q&A live shows. We get really in depth with that. We have our time to kind of delve in and break down who these players are. All that's available, plus On Q with Big Q. If you go to Patreon, the link is in the description section to join up for the Patreon. Plus, it helps the platform. Okay, so with that being said, let's look at this article. Saints mostly set out free agency first wave. Who's remaining that can fill these roster needs? It's from Luke Johnson from NOLA.com. The first wave of free agency came and went. Saints set it out as they typically do. And remember, I'm just sharing the thought that the Saints could possibly be not as active in free agency because they're thinking about the compensatory pick model. I mean, just a thought out there, just throwing that out there. The calculus is a bit different this year, of course, because the Saints need to shave tens of millions of dollars in 2021 salary just to get under dramatically reduced 2021 NFL salary cap as of this writing. Saints have bought in just 3 free agents: Alex Armand, a fullback, tight end Nick Vanette, and defensive end Tanai Kaspernain. But because they had to work to get salary cap compliant, the Saints now have less depth on the roster than they had in recent years, if not a few outright holes. Let's take a look at what Luke's saying. With that in mind, here are 4 positions the Saints could look to upgrade, but in free agency and in the NFL draft over the next few weeks, along with some players who can fill the team's need at a price that fits the budget. Cornerback, that's the biggest need. Luke Johnson puts it up here. I agree with Luke Johnson. He says the same thing. Who that to you, Alex? Good to see you in the building. Big ups to you. Anthony, what's up, Anthony? Big ups to you, fam. Thank y'all for chiming in as well. Uncle Paulie, big ups to you as well, fam. Thank y'all for being here. All right. And of course, and when we said, and we asked the family members about this, what was that? The last show that we did, the Wednesday broadcast, about, what need area they thought that the Saints need to address. What's the biggest holes on the team? I say cornerback because you don't have a starting cornerback there. I mean, everywhere else you can say, okay, we looking good here, we looking good there. But cornerback, you don't have a cornerback. A starting cornerback opposite of Laddie Daddy. And you really want to dress down that position and add some value there, because if Laddie Daddy gets hurt, you're going to put PJ Williams in there. Tragic says, yeah, I put him in there. So Tragic cool with that. I ain't too much cool with that. I'm just going to keep it real. I know Jerry ain't cool with that, but I mean, it is what it is. But did say cornerback, I agree with him. Then he says defensive line next. And of course, people like edge rusher, Q. We like edge rusher. I'm not mad at it, however you place it, as long as we address those first 2 needs before anything else. But let's go with look at what he says. Cornerback, the Saints would love to have Team Janoris Jenkins with Marshawn Lattimore at the boundary corners again, but Jenkins' 2021 price tag and the Saints' financial situation made that impossible. Still don't know the contract. I've been waiting, looking, And what's up, Michael? Who that to you, fam? Thank you for chiming in, bro. Big ups to you. I've been waiting for this Janoris Jenkins contract. I want to know what the Saints couldn't pay Janoris Jenkins. Has not been released yet. I'm still looking, but I will let you know when I find out. I promise you that. I want to know what that contract looked like. All right, but anyway, let's keep it going. This is an area that would classify as a hole on the Saints' current roster, and that's not even considering any potential legal fallout after Latimer's offseason arrest. Very well said, because a lot of people saying Q, he'll make it out of this. But you know Goodell, don't you? You know Roger Goodell. Remember Goodell? That's the same man that gave David Onyemata a 1-game suspension for ordering a box of marijuana he ain't even smoked. Now, the people didn't even arrest him for that, and they threw it out. But Goodell gave him a 1-game suspension. That should have at least been a cash fine. But that's what he does. So you can only imagine what this is going to look like for Lattimore. Maybe a game, maybe 2 games. Who knows? But we have to think about that going into the season as well. And besides, before that, I was saying we need to address the depth of the cornerback position anyway, because we need to. We can't continue to keep re-upping with PJ Williams and saying and fooling ourselves into believing that he's versatile enough to play cornerback and safety when he can't do either one of them very good. And then, of course, Patrick Robinson is another dude that's on the team that keeps having hamstring issues. He's in his middle of his 30s. He's not there when you need him, and then he keeps getting hurt. I mean, it's time to kind of move these old guys out the way and really address the cornerback, the secondary room going into the future. Let's look at that. As the roster is currently constructed, Saints have Lattimore assumed to be 34-year-old Patrick Robinson, who has played 26 of a possible 48 games since returning to this man played 26 games out of 48 games. But we ain't put him we ain't put him on the street. What do you have to do to get put on the street if you're a cornerback in New Orleans? I mean, seriously. 26 of 48, and you still holding on for what? What are you holding on for? But you going to put Jenkins? And said, we can't afford Jenkins. Get rid of Patrick Robinson then. Get him out of here. And take the 2 that you paid PJ and the 2 that you paying him and combine that with another couple of million and give it to the Jackrabbit. Oh, it's too late for that. QE gone, right? Okay, we leave it alone. All right, PJ Williams, whose value is tied to his versatility. They keep pushing that. I'm not drinking that Kool-Aid though. And practice squad players grant you to be called versatile. Let me say this, man. You can apply versatile to disagreeableness or screwing up or whatever. And you can say that guy is really versatilely bad. But nobody really does that. But nobody does to say he's really versatile bad. Nobody says that. But if you're versatile, that usually applies to somebody that's doing 2 things well. That's what makes you versatile. Meaning you can go back and forth between the 2 things you're doing, and you're doing both of those things equally well. That does not apply to PJ Williams. He does not play the cornerback position well, and he does a decent job at safety, so you can't apply versatile to his tag. So, I mean, all these, they're trying to push that Kool-Aid, but I ain't drinking that. Practice squad players, Pale Grant Haley, who showed up. Keep Washington, I really want to see. But that's it. So you got Patrick Robinson, 34 years old, played 26 of 48 games since he came back to the city. And then you got PJ Williams, you're stealing money. I mean, and then the rest is Grant Haley, Pale Grant Haley, and Keith Washington, who practice squad guys. You need more resources in the secondary. No doubt about it. New Orleans will almost certainly address the secondary 1 or 2 or 4 top 105 picks. It could also supplement the draft and they could as well. And it has been tied to a couple of notable players this offseason. Pro Bowler Richard Sherman, who represents himself in contract negotiations. And word on the street, Richard Sherman is getting close to making a call on where he wants to play. So just to throw that in there, word on the street. And TJ Carey, who? The only Carey I know that's worth anything is Mariah Carey. And this dude here ain't even close to that. And who picked off a pair of passes for the Colts a pair of passes. Oh, wow. Okay, let's go look at this guy. He picked off 2 passes, right? Well, whatever. Defensive line. Here are 2 things that are true. The Saints are returning 6 defensive linemen who played at least 20% of the team's defensive snaps. In 2021, the defensive line is where the Saints have lost the most impacted. Depth this offseason, Sheldon Rankins, Malcolm Brown, gone. Notable people there. Saints still have most important players at end tackle in Cam Jordan, Onyemata, Carl Granderson, Shai Tuttle, Malcolm Roach have impressed as rotational guys, and they ready for bigger roles. Saints will still believe in Marcus Davenport, though he's running out of time to prove he can stay healthy and make a consistent impact. Saints invested 2 first-round draft picks in that man. They are not going to give up on him. He's going to play up until his last year on this deal. They are not going to give up on Davenport. And they shouldn't. You invested 2 picks, 2 first-rounders to get him. You got to see what he can do. And this year, hopefully he has a similar year what Trey Henderson did when he woke up, played healthy, and was able to dominate. Hopefully we can get that out of Davenport. But the defensive line was a strength last season, and the strength of the line was not just his high level, his high level contribution, but also the depth. Trey Henderson's pass rush ability, Malcolm Brown run stuff and prowess, and Sheldon Rankin's rotational interior pass rush hurts, no doubt about it. All those guys were big for the Saints last season, all of them. And to replace Hendrickson is 13 and a half sacks. Malcolm Brown run stuffing defense against the run. When he himself was out those 2 games, we got gashed up the middle. And you had Sheldon Rankins filling in with David Onyemata. That was showing you how good Malcolm Brown was to the Saints interior line. So, and of course, Sheldon Rankins, you know what he is. And those 3 players signed for a combined $82 million in the offseason with more than $28 million in guarantees. So they were very valuable. The Saints also struck once with Caspanon just doesn't feel like a position team is done addressing, especially at the tackle, where it would make sense to add a veteran run stuffer to pair with Onyemata. And by the way, they are a boatload of inexpensive nose tackle prospects in the free agency market. I constantly, from time to time, pull up the list and show guys one of the good ones. They mentioned here, Daquan Jones, who played with the Titans. True nose tackle, a guy that is a wall that will help with the help run stuff. And he mentioned Shamar Stevens and Christian Covington. And they're really big on those guys, but I do like Daquan Jones. One of those 3 Jones is easily the best player, but he made $7 million last season. He could be out of the Saints price range depending on how free agency market shakes out. That nose tackle interior defensive line market is really it's a low market right now, meaning the Saints can get good, valuable players at inexpensive rates. It just depends on if the Saints are going to make that move and bring a guy like that. I say adding a few pieces there, here, or there. We'll see how they address it. Third position, wide receiver. You can look at this position group a couple of ways. On the other hand, Saints can bank on bounce back season from Thomas, who never really was right after injuring his ankle in week 1. Thomas played in just 7 games. And even if you extrapolated the numbers and those games across a full 6-game season, he would have posted career low numbers across the board. Combine a healthy Thomas with a promising glimpses shown by youngsters like Marquez Callaway. He put Marquez ahead of Traquan Smith. And Deontay Harrison. Saints have the makings of a strong receiving corps. Then again, New Orleans was forced to cut his most productive and consistent receiver from a year ago, Emmanuel Sanders, and a cap-saving maneuver, and Smith and Harris are set to become free agents in 2022. Harris will be restricted, and it will take 1 injury from the Saints depth chart to test it. So 2021 free agent class wide receiver has been pretty thoroughly picked up. Yeah, I don't think the Saints going there. I heard somebody talking about Golden Tate with the Saints. That's intriguing on so many levels, but I would have been loved to see if Tate was here when Drew was here. That'd have been something different, but who knows? I've heard ramblings and rumors about the Saints and Golden Tate. I don't know. He wants to get paid though. I don't know how that will shake out. He don't have the speed he used to have, but boy, oh boy, you talking about running routes and catching the ball and real slinky and elusive. Tate is something else. He's just been banged up a lot lately though. Then we go to the linebacker core. Good riddance to Alex Anzalone. Quine was banged up. Craig Robinson is most certainly out of here. They're looking for a little bit more speed at that position. The Saints could be set with DeMario and second-year player Zach Bond. A lot of people don't like Zach Bond. Assuming Bond is able to slide into the weak side linebacker role in the Saints sub-packages, New Orleans also have youngsters Caden Ellis, Chase Hansen, Andrew Dodell, and Wynton McManus. All these guys are practice squad type guys. Caden Ellis showed some promise before he got hurt. Chase Hansen, safety, converted to linebacker. Coach Payton likes this guy. Dowell, not too much on him. But, Zach Bond, he's a 3rd-round selection. They want to see what Zach Bond could do. He has the athleticism, but can he pick up it? He didn't play that much at the linebacker position. Boy, it's going to be tough on him to do it. And when they sign Quan Alexander back, we'll see how that shakes. But more likely, this is a position New Orleans boasts before the start of the season. The door isn't necessarily closed on Alexander, though he's proved that he's healthy after Achilles injury, and I think that's something that happens, right before training camp when the Saints look at getting him back until he gets cleared. I think that's a major component. If the Saints can make the numbers work, you could pretty much say that every potential player, for what it's worth. B.J. Goodson would be interesting. He's coming off a career year with the Browns, during which he recorded 91 tackles and 2 interceptions. And Goodson is actually a pretty good call by this reporter. But the reality is, I would like to see the Saints, if you talk about Zach Bond, a lot of people say, Q, we don't like Zach Bond. Let's go get Zaven Collins from Tulsa. Sean Payton doesn't see it that way. Sean Payton says, listen, we like this kid, Zach Bond. We want to see what he can do, just like Traquan Smith. People say, Q, we need a wide receiver. I don't believe in Traquan Smith. Sean Payton does. Sean Payton watched Traquan Smith have his best year as a pro last year. And now that Emmanuel Sanders is gone, Coach Payton's going to give Traquan Smith every opportunity to man that starting position opposite of Mike Thomas, unless somebody big falls to them, like, Terrace Marshall Jr., perhaps. Perhaps you look at that. But Zach Bond is another dude. Now, we know Mickey Loomis is looking at Zaven Collins, but hell, they look at everybody. That don't mean they're going to take them, But anyway, let's go over the rest of these articles. Saints assistant GM Jeff Ireland spotted scout and Zaven Collins. We covered that one. We also covered the projected, Saints projected to receive 3 compensatory picks in 2022 to add to their total. About 7 picks next year. The Saints mostly sat out free agency's first wave, who's remaining in the roster needs. We covered that as well. So with that being said, we're going to span back, man, to the regular screen. And listen, let me tell you something. Hey, man, let me tell you, the Saints this is going to be a really smart year in terms of the draft. And I'm just keeping it real. And I'm excited because, they can go anywhere in this draft because there are needs that they can go that we might not see as needs. But I'm just looking at it like, as Coach Payton looking at it, Traquan Smith could be somebody that Coach Payton says, you know what? I drafted this guy to be a compliment to Mike Thomas. And I finally see he's picking the system up. Will I draft somebody to get him on up out of there when I see he got it? No. I'm just telling you how Coach Payton looking. Same with Zach Bond. And people keep telling me, Q, we need a linebacker. We got one. His name is Zach Bond. He ain't no linebacker. Oh, okay, all right. I got you. I hear you. But all I can tell you in the end, baby, is that the reality is Coach Payton sees Traquan Smith, he sees Zach Bond, he sees Davenport. Those guys, he going to give every opportunity to do something with. I'm just going to keep it real deal Holyfield with you. Think about it. All right, so with that being said, I'd like to thank all the great Saint Think Tank family members for tuning in this. Thank y'all. Please hit the like button. If you're just coming into the stream, please hit the like button. I'm going to be with you guys for the next couple of hours. I'm going to take calls on this Friday edition. What's up, DeWright? Big ups to DeWright. Much love to brother DeWright in the building as well. He says, PJ can't play tic-tac-toe. I know, bro. I mean, Elite. What's up, Elite? What's up to you? What's going on with you, Kenny? Much love to you as well. Big ups to the family members. Thank y'all for being here as we're going to get this ball rolling. What's on? Ben on Beast. Big ups. Say, what it do, fam? Who that to you, fam? Much love to you. Thank you for being here, brother Dada. Big ups to you, brother Tory. Big ups to you and who that to the family members as well. Thank y'all for being here. So with that being said, we got some family members going to put in. We got brother Revolt chiming in, and we got brother John. And remember, the link is in the chat, fam. So we're going to start taking calls now. Y'all can line up in the queue. The link is pinned to the chat. So if you won't get in and spit your science, we're going to bring in. So we're going to bring in brother Revolt to the show. Brother Revolt, how you doing?
What's up, Q, man? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. How you doing, bro?
I've been good, man. I got 2 stories to tell you, man. Check this out.
Okay.
Look, I went home 2 weeks ago. Went home.
Okay.
So I went to the mall, and there's a store in there that sells nothing but Saints and LSU stuff.
Okay.
And I went in there and got me some stuff for my truck. And I've been parking in this spot that I park in for about 5 years. Nobody ever bothered me, Q. I put that stuff on my truck, Q, and my truck got towed off, bro.
You kidding?
I swear to God. My truck got towed, man. $900 to get it back.
What?
Yes. it got told Q. I parked in that spot. It's I don't have to pay to park there, and I'm really not supposed to be parking there, but I don't be there alone. And if I'm home on the weekend, I take it to my job and I leave it there. So I'm not really there alone. Maybe maybe 8-9 hours, 10 at the most. And my truck's been parked there for 5 years, Q. And as soon as I put that same stuff on my truck, it got towed out.
Oh, that's underhanded, bro.
I swear. Now, I'm not 100% sure that's the reason, but that's the only thing that's different. That's the only thing that's different.
Brother Revolt, that's the reason, bro. Me and you both know that, bro. That's the reason.
Bro, it was $890 to get it back. And then I had to go and pay $200 more because I had to start paying for my spot where I park now. Oh. So I spent down there $1,100, man.
Oh,
in one day. And it was funny because I've never gotten told before, so the people didn't want to give me the trailer back. They didn't want to give it. They told me I had to go I had to call the people that actually own the trailer, and I pulled containers out of the port of Savannah. And Q, them containers come from all over the world. I have no damn idea who the damn owner of the trailer is.
Right.
I don't know. And they wouldn't give me the trailer back. I had to get permission for them to give me the trailer back.
Permission?
I had to get permission from the people who owned the trailer for the people who took the trailer from me to give it back to me.
Boy, I tell you. Well, I tell you, see, and listen, bro, if that was in reverse and you had an Atlanta guy that was in the city and he had his Atlanta stuff on the truck, we wouldn't even touch that truck.
No, man.
We wouldn't even touch it. Who wants it? It got junk all over it. It got Falcon stuff all over it.
Right.
But you won't take our stuff? See, and that's what I say, bro. That's not a good look, man. Shame on you Falcon people out there hating on the Saints people, man.
Yeah, somebody called on me, man. Somebody called on me. I'm not 100% sure, but because like I said, I'm really not supposed to. I wasn't really supposed to park there, but I'm not there long. So by the time the people come to work, I'm gone. And by the time they leave work, well, they're gone by the time I get there. So, they never bother me. But all of a sudden, I get towed off.
That's cold-blooded, Revolt.
Yep. Now check this one out. Riding down the road. What's today? Today is Friday. I think it was Wednesday. Okay. And I'm riding, and a truck passed me up. And I look to the side, and I see rush hour on the side of it. So I tried to flag rush hour down, man, but he was hauling ass. And I flashed my lights at him, and he finally slowed up. And I was trying to tell him who I was, but he couldn't hear me. So, he saw my Saint stuff on the side. So I've been looking for him in the chat, but he hadn't seen him in the chat since then.
Okay.
So I bumped into old Rush Hour the other day, man.
Oh, okay.
We was both going down the road. Rush Hour.
His name is his game, huh?
Yeah, for real. I said, "Damn, Rush Hour hollering. Man, I ain't about to go that fast. I ain't trying to get no ticket out here."
Slow it down, Rush Hour, bro. They find out you got Saint stuff on your stuff.
I had to flash my lights at him, and he slowed up. And I was trying to holler at him, but we was driving. He couldn't hear me, so I don't know if he knew who I was, but he had told me at one time what he had on his truck.
Okay.
And then I saw the name on the side. I said, "Man, let me go try to holler at Rush Hour," but he was going too damn fast, man. I was like, "Okay, I'll catch him in the chat." Because I ain't gonna catch him out here on the.
I'm about to say that you ain't gonna catch him on the road. You better catch him in the chat.
Rush Hour drive fast, man. I was like, man, that boy take it out here. But that was it, man. I just wanted to tell y'all that, man. That's a trip.
That's terrible. That's terrible, Revolt, bro. I'm sorry you had to go through that, bro.
I know, man. I was like, I just laughed it off and said, "Oh well." They got me now. I gotta pay $200 a month for my parking spot now. So,
Man, them Atlanta people, man. Boy,
yep.
they take it. They want your stadium name. We gave it to them. They wanted our general manager. We say, okay, we can't win on our own, so we need y'all help, Saints. Could we hire y'all assistant general manager personnel guy? We said, you know what, man? Fontenot, bro, came up from the flow up. He always been a Louisiana dude. He went to Tulane. I mean, he's a Louisiana all the way around.
Right.
Atlanta said, we can't win, so we need your help. So that's what happened. So you take all that y'all steal, man. Oh my goodness, a lot of hate over there in Atlanta, brother.
Nah, I want 2 blowouts next year. If we don't blow them out, it don't count. Q.
Well, I tell you what,
blow them out, it don't count.
I'll tell you what, Revolt. You gonna get all your money back from them pigeons. Who trying to vote. You gonna get all that money back, so don't you worry about
it. You're right, Q. You're right.
You gonna tax them. You gonna say, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get all my money from these pigeons out here that's gonna sit up in and say the Falcons gonna beat the Saints next year. Okay, all right, I got you. Get it
they
all.
Scared, now, they scared. They talking about cutting the bets down now, man. So, they don't, because every year we go up, but they want to go down now, man. They want. I'm like, man, they got a new coach. They don't know what they expect. They ain't really made no moves in free agency.
They're gonna start spiking up after the draft. They're gonna start talking about rise up and fall down or whatever they say out there. I don't know what the hell they talking about. Don't make no sense to me. But I mean, it is what it is, bro. You know, I ain't gonna talk shit about the Falcons fan. I did that enough the last few minutes. So I mean, but I really don't got no angst for it. I know we got a lot of people that watch a lot of Falcon people that watch the sports Coma, Falcon, Bane, and there's a bunch of other. We got my dog, Big Low Country. He's super cool. So I'm gonna try to keep my Falcon, destroying words to a minimum. But just like like I couldn't say that, call the Cowboys out, out of their name no more. Because we got family in here that like the Cowboys. So I'm just being on my people, playing, being respectable of my people that's showing love. But in the end, the Falcons, I ain't really that mad at them no more, Revolt. I mean, like I said, they ain't the Falcons no more to me. They the Atlanta Saints. They got our old building name. They got our man there making all the moves. They're no longer, you couldn't win on your own. You had to get the Saint man to help you. So, I mean, hey, I'm not mad at you.
They say the NFL is a copycat league, man. So
by all the places you could go to copycat somebody, you gonna go to your red hot rival and say, listen, bro, I've been screwing up a lot lately, bro. He could have went up to New England. They could have went anywhere. Saints ain't the only team winning. They got a lot of teams winning. You went right to your most hated rival. You gotta play. I'm never gonna let you live that down, Atlanta. I am never, whatever you do from this point forward, I'm going to always attach the Saints to it in whatever capacity it is. The Atlanta Saints, you've given up the Falcons. It was a sucking name anyway, bro. I don't think anybody would want that anyway, bro. That's probably the wackest of all the bird names that you have in the NFL. The Falcons, the Cardinals. I ain't going to get into it. I ain't going to get into it. But perhaps the Sea Chickens.
But let everybody get on, man. I'm gonna get out of here.
Good hearing from you, my brother. Appreciate you for chiming in, bro. Been a while, man. You be safe up there.
A lot of times I'm listening, but I might not be in the chat. Sometimes I just listen. So I'm trolling. If I'm not trolling, I'm in the chat. So.
All right, my brother. Much love to you, bro. Make them pay, bro. Make them pay when they try to talk about betting because they're gonna get buck after the draft.
I'm gonna get it back some kind of way, Q.
All right, my brother. Peace.
All right, man.
All right, that's brother Revolt chiming in there. Much love to Revolt, man. Can you believe that, family? Could y'all believe that? Man, could you believe that? We would have never done that, Atlanta people. Y'all know we would have never done that to y'all. Y'all could have parked. You could have parked your car with the Falcon stickers next to Tommy Morsted's statue next to the Superdome. We wouldn't have told it. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody don't want that anyway. Nobody don't want that shit. All right, we got brother John chiming in. We got brother Byron. Like I said, family, if y'all want to join the show, feel free. There's the link in the chat. You can hit that link. You can pop up here. Questions, concerns, comments on the Saints' moves or lack of moves, draft moves. Do you agree with Coach Payton doing? Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Y'all always hearing me yammering it up. I want to hear from you guys tonight on the Sports Coma. We got Brother John coming up next, followed by Brother Byron. Brother John, welcome to the live stream.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, buddy. Give me 1 second. I gotta get these hogs. Hold on, I gotta get these hogs together because they're acting damn fool. Hold on. You can hear them back. Hold on just 1 second. Hey, Sarah Jean! Sarah Jean! Stop them damn hogs and fighting! Stop them! Sarah Jean! Oh.
And just like that, we lost Brother John. He got an angry hog over there. My goodness. That's a mean-ass hog right there, man. You might have to shoot that hog and eat it right now. That's how angry it is. Oh, man, isn't that something? All right, Brother John popped off. When you get an opportunity, Brother John, you can pop back in. All right, Brother Byron, welcome to the show, my brother. How you doing?
What's going on, Q, babe?
What's good, cuz? How you feel?
It's all good, cuz, man.
You heard that, Brother John was wrestling with something going on over there. I don't know if he bit him or something, but sound like he about to get the gun and have to make some pork chops tonight, bro. I mean, he that mean, that damn thing that mad.
Yeah, it might do like a steak of a bone of a pork chop, like
bro. I mean, he was growling and every damn thing right there. That. But what's going on? What's on your mind there, Brother Byron?
Man. I don't know the start, Q. I don't know. I'm just be honest with you, bro. I mean, all the stuff that we have, we cover, the draft and everything coming up less than about 4 weeks away. I know we got a lot of field to hold, like I say, on the defensive side. Any position we can go in the draft. I think that I was saying for the last time before, I was saying we need to address a corner. Definitely get a corner behind Lattimore. Get a linebacker. DeMar Davis getting up his age right now in his 30s. I think we probably need like a defensive line. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's what we need to look at right there. I think, at number 20 pick, even though we can move up, couple spots, we did it before, we could do it again, and I think that Sean Payne, he's a mindset as a head coach. I know he can do the right thing. We always do good in the draft. I know we don't screw things around like other teams. They're not gonna know what they're gonna do. But I know how we be more mindful. I know how everything the way we gonna do in this selection, the draft, and our picks and everything. We only got 7 draft picks. That's good. We got extra picks. That's gonna keep up everything. To make this team more better. And I know we could prove everything we could do, and I think that we could head everything the way we need to do so far, so we can get this thing on track and focus on we're gonna make a selection, So I think both sides know that we can make everything happen, and I think we could just get what we need to do and pull that trigger, wherever guy's gonna fall. And I don't care who it is though, as long as that guy gonna make an impact for our team, I think it's gonna be good, everything go and head towards what we need to do.
Yeah, that's the bet there, Brother Byron. I think if you look at it, bro, we kind of looking at it's very clear now the Saints are focusing not so much on free agency anymore. I mean, we might have one more move, and I think it might be the cornerback situation. We'll know perhaps relatively soon where Richard Sherman is going, because the Saints are really interested in Richard Sherman. I like Casey Hayward. I've said that. He would be a good fit. He's not as tall as Richard Sherman. He's about 5'11", but he is a very good cornerback. He'd be a good number 2 next to Laddie Daddy. And the rest of these guys are merely reserve pieces. Darqueze Dennard would be interesting. You have the guy like Fitzpatrick. These are both Alabama former cornerbacks with size. I wouldn't mind having those guys. In my opinion, a Dennard or even a Fitzpatrick is better than always injured PJ Williams. And I knew he missed a lot of games. I didn't remember how many games he lost. I had to read that article. 26 of 48 games since he's been back that he's missed. And that's really telling. A 34-year-old cornerback with repetitive hamstring issues, but he's still on the team. And I asked the question, what the hell you got to do as a cornerback to get off the team, for you to not make it on the team. I mean, what you got to do? I mean, what you got to do to get off? I mean, you get burnt. They get burnt. They get toasted. They often hurt. I mean, what do you got to do to get off the team? I just don't get it. But you're right. You looking at Fred. The draft is obviously where Coach Payton's going to, and the team is focused on.
And that's why I said, why all of a sudden you let PJ Williams resign him back, and you got Patrick Robinson, 34 years old. You know what I'm saying? These are two guys I really understand, though, because they can't play the way they cannot play. And I'm really concerned about both of them because they just cannot cover. They always get burnt and toast, and all of a sudden they can't imagine stick on and defend the guy, a receiver or a tight end. And I think that's the issue with Patrick Robinson and PJ Williams, because they're not on to communicate. They're not on the same page. They're not helping each other in the back end with Lattimore, and you got George Jenkins, and you got other Jenkins, you got Marcus Williams there. They're not helping out these guys. That's what I'm saying is why you keep these guys on the team and they can't develop their game, and they cannot show to prove to be who they're not going to be. And that's why I say you're wasting your time to stick these two guys around on this team if they can't make themselves more than they need to be. That's why I say you should have been getting rid of them from last year or the year before. And now, like I say, it's the same thing we discussed about this right now. Yep. I don't see that PJ Williams and Patrick Robinson going to remain on this roster once the cut down the roster and everything, once we head toward the training camp and everything. I don't see they're going to come and make this team down 2021.
Well, I mean, my thing is, bro, and the way I see it is, if PJ is on this team, more than likely, he probably will make it, bro, to be honest with you. I mean, it's just because we've said that before, where we said there is no way PJ Williams is going to make the team. There's no way. He's not. And then he pops up back here. And we like PJ Williams. I like PJ Williams. I just want him to get better. And perhaps Coach Richard will help him out with that regard, because he's very talented. And it's just it's certain things. It's not like it's unfixable. His coverage things. PJ can fix these coverage issues that he have. He really could. I'm telling you, it's all a matter of habit. If we can just get him to understand that. But holy Coach Richard to do that. But he's 28 years of age now. So a lot of people, including myself, feel like he might have already hit that ceiling already. So, I mean, with that being said, we'll see how it all shakes, bro. But you hitting in the direction. The cornerback and safeties has been issues with the Saints for some times, last year, we had a really good tandem with Janoris Jenkins, Laddie Daddy, and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. That was a pretty respectable trio of cornerbacks. Now we kind of looking whether we take a first-round draft pick cornerback or not. That's pretty rough. So I really didn't want to, mess with that secondary. That's why I still say the Saints, if any moves, they're looking at veterans, bro. They're looking at probably Sherman, and we'll know where Sherman goes. We've heard talk about him going back to Seattle. Minnesota's interested, and of course the Saints. The tie is Coach Richard. Does he make the difference? So we'll see that and see how that works. But brother Byron, go ahead. I'm gonna give you the flow for the final time, my brother. But then we're gonna go to John.
Yeah,
my brother DeWright on their flow. But good point.
Yeah, let me wrap this up real quick, Q, before John get back on. Look, all I can say like this though, bro. If the Saints do sign Richard Sherman, I think you can push him as a safety. I don't see him as a corner. Okay. And to me is that, you already know that Richard Sherman, he's a good player and everything. Okay. I like that. But the issue is he always not more than he could be, that he could bring himself as a corner position that he is though. But I think that if they do sign Richard Sherman to the Saints, you can put him as a safety with Marcus Williams in the back end with Michael Jenkins. And then that would be a good spot for him though. But if the Saints don't sign Richard Sherman, then like I said, you need to find a cornerback. Like I said before in the draft. Right. And they got good corners. They got some good corners in this draft. I don't care who it is though, Q. Whoever the Saints fall at number 28 pick, I don't care. It's gonna be the guy that's gonna be the guy. All I'm saying is you need to address that corner position behind Lattimore, and that's what you look at though. Because I think to me is that you're not gonna find a corner in the free agency, because that's when we already know we're done with the free agency though. It's over for it. We need to head to the draft and we need to get the guy that's gonna be that guy that's gonna fall in our lap. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to look at, though. That's what we need to focus on, and that's what we maintain to make the secondary be more better.
Yeah.
More better.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're going to be garbage. They need to be more better.
Yeah.
The prove they need to improve, and that's how you're going to get that play. We're going to make that selection. And that's what we need to look at right there. And the linebacker core with Demario Davis, you can get a linebacker in the second round. Okay, you can look at that, though. You know what I'm saying? And I think the third and all that draft picks and all that stuff, then we can focus on add more, but we're going to add the pieces. It's all about the secondary to look at. The secondary need to be approved. That's what we need to look at to address the corner of the number 2. And that's what we need to do. I'm not worried about the offense. Offense already got weapons. You know what I'm saying? If they do get a Robinson in the draft, I'll be happy with that. But anyway, those you need to address the secondary. Get a defensive line, corner. That's the key right there. And that's the bottom line.
Hey, well said, bro. It's very important, bro. Secondary is key. If they do, a lot of people, it's kind of I guess I can I'm going to put out a poll question tonight to the family members of how they feel about Richard Sherman. I'm getting a mixed reaction from the family members on thinking about Richard Sherman. But if you really think about it, for people who like, nah, QE a little too old for us right now. I mean, but if it came down to it, and the Saints are not really actively looking, I mean, it's Richard Sherman versus TJ Carey, for goodness sake. Well, why are we even looking at TJ Carey? Why? Why is that even a thing? I mean, if it's Richard Sherman, it's against a third string cornerback, it's going to be Richard Sherman all day, in my opinion. And besides, if Richard Sherman comes on the team, I think he on the field helps a lot of our struggling cornerbacks get better, helps them see the game differently. I think Coach Richard and a Richard Sherman make us a smarter secondary, would perhaps translate to the rest of the players that were struggling last year, like the rotisserie brothers Williams. The Williams brothers.
That's what I was going to get to that part right there. Because I think that, him and Chris Richard have a good relationship in there when they was in Seattle. And I think, to me, like I say, if the Saints do resign Richard Sherman, then I think it's going to be a good fit for him in the secondary to help, with PJ Williams and you know what I'm saying? But I think, to me, that's what the Saints probably looking at Richard Sherman, because I don't think they're going to look at TJ Carey in there, because I know they'd be handling the conversation like that. But I think Richard Sherman is going to be the guy that's going to fit in the secondary, because, I say, Chris Richard, because he's a assistant head coach, a D-back. And I think that if Chris Richard looking at Richard Sherman, then I think the Saints might go and sign Richard Sherman, though, anyway it goes. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Richard Sherman got a lot of experience, and I think that he could bring and help this secondary a lot of improvement. You know what I'm saying? But I think that it's going to help more the other guys, like I say, PJ Williams, Patrick Robinson, and you know what I'm saying, maybe more Marcus Williams and where it go. But I think that Richard Sherman is going to be that guy that Saints going to look at, though. But I think I say before, you need to address the corner in the draft. That's what we need to do. That's what we had to focus on. And I think that's the down the line, and that's what the Saints need to have addressed. And need to make more picks and everything, because we always say we do a great job. And I think that Saints always make more aggressive in the draft. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Sean Payton's mindset as a head coach. He always have a good homework, and he do everything on films and studying everything. He know what players, and when he go to pro days, he know the guys he look at and see what guys that he like and what he don't like. Right. But he know that Sean Payton is a mind scientist genius. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Sean Payton do. He don't bring everything he do. He's a field as a whole that he always call the shots. And that's where he make things more pound. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I always say I like everything with Sean Payton doing. He doing a great job. We doing the draft so good and nice and everything. But I'm saying is he informed that he always make things more easy when you go and make the selection on 1 o'clock. And that's how you always have a dice, and you roll that and play your cards right. You know what I'm saying? That's how you bring things to the table. And I think that once we get to the draft, when that clock hit on 5 minutes, we all know we're gonna make everything on popping.
Yeah, no doubt about it, bro. We're gonna get it popping on every level with the draft. I say it's gonna be really intelligent drafts with the Saints.
Oh yeah, it's very interesting.
These two gonna be really, really big drafts. But
it's heavy though, bro.
Once again, Brother Byron, man, I appreciate your takes, my brother. Once again, great common sense and great commentary as well, my brother. And once again, I appreciate you chiming in. Good to hear from you this week, bro.
Hey man, you know, man. This week always down out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, enjoying your weekend. Have an Easter to you, bro. And we'll holler at each other next time, man. Who that for life?
Who that for life, brother Byron. Big ups to him. One of the great Saint Think Tank best. Brother Byron dropping some knowledge with the family. I see you, brother, the right. I got you right. I see you sitting right there. I'm gonna bring you in after John. Hopefully John got a control over his
Hey,
hogs. John, you all right, bro?
I apologize about that. These damn hogs just acting a fool.
What was it doing? He was growling at you.
And he was mad at me. I don't know why, buddy. I tell you this. I want to tell you a story.
All right.
Me and my wife, Sarah Jean, we were sitting at the movie theater today because we got our stimulus check today too. Okay, so I was sitting at the movie theater. We said, let's go watch King Kong versus Godzilla, and I watched it, and I said, King Kong and Godzilla can cover better than Ken Crawley and PJ fucking Williams. Excuse my language, but they can cover better than them, and they're fucking monsters. I said, God damn, nobody want PJ Williams or Ken Crawley or Richard Sherman back. Richard Sherman is too damn old and he sucks. He gets burnt by every goddamn fast receiver he faces. He gets burnt. I mean, I don't expect him to get on any team and make an impact because he was a 7th round or 6th round draft pick, and he's older now, and that talent that he had at the beginning of his career is not going to flourish toward the end of his career when he wasn't, like a big thought about player from the get-go. He just developed and he really had one good year, and there was a year that the Seahawks won the Super Bowl with the Legion of Boom. Other than that, you didn't hear much from Richard Sherman. Now, he did kind of help the 49ers. He helped that defense out tremendously because before he got to San Fran, the goddamn cornerbacks were awful. I mean, they pretty much still were awful because I can remember, Big Q, and I know you can remember, Michael Thomas has worked what his name is, Richard Sherman. Michael Thomas has worked Richard Sherman every time that we play him. And it's like, how the hell do you let Michael Thomas, not the fastest dude in the play, you're supposed to be like one of his top-notch corners, you let Michael Thomas, of all people, destroy you in man coverage? Even though Michael Thomas has did it to a lot of people. And people want to sit up there and say, he can't run nothing but slant route. That's a damn lie. If you watch the film on Michael Thomas, he runs every route in the book before Drew Brees' arm gave out. He ran every route in the damn book, and I hate it when a Saints fan sit up here and talk about Michael Thomas like he haven't helped this damn team. I mean, before Michael Thomas, look, we had Brandon damn Cooks. Yes, he was fast, but he was inconsistent. He could catch a deep ball, but he couldn't catch a little short route and run no little short route. He wanted the deep ball. He didn't want nothing short and intermediate. He wanted the deep ball. That's why he left here and went to New England. And look how that turned out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I hate it when people disrespect Michael Thomas after all he's done for this damn team, this damn organization. Michael Thomas was a 2nd round draft pick. He should have went in the 1st, but people were stupid and they picked Devontae Parker over Michael Thomas, and he's beat Devontae Parker in every single category that he have. He has more receptions than him, receiving yards, receiving touchdowns. And I just hate it when people talk about this man and call him slant man when I bet your ass couldn't get up there and run a slant. And actually, a slant is one of the hardest ran routes in the book. People don't know that, though. A slant is one of the hardest ran route in the book because a slant could easily be intercepted. Am I right, Big Q?
Yes, sir. And he running right in. He running right into the paint.
Exactly, and he's catching them. And you just don't catch 145 catches and be a nobody. And every time the dude posts anything, he gets trolls in his comment, slant man, slant man, slant man. And I'm sick and tired of it. Leave the dude alone. He's not bothering you, damn it. And it's just people for all of these other teams talking about MT, and people in the Hewlett Nation is talking about him as well. And we have to stop disrespecting the best wide receiver. I'm telling you, next year he's going to be the best wide receiver in the damn NFL, and I will put my damn money on it. Next year he's going to break out because he heard what everybody's saying. And I seen what that guy, what his name is, Carlton Davis. And as I recall, I can remember Michael Thomas working his ass back in 2019. Both times they played him.
Mm-hmm.
But he want to sit up here and act like, oh, I did this. You didn't stop him, because most of the time when your team was covering Michael Thomas, you had help from a safety.
Mm-hmm.
So don't get up there and act like you did just this good job on Michael Thomas by yourself. And he was hurt too. I would defend Michael Thomas against anybody. I don't like it when Swade sit up there and talk about Michael Thomas, but let somebody talk about Sean Payton. Let somebody say something about Sean Payton. He's gonna sit up there and act like this is a great wall of fucking China. How dare you talk about Sean Payton, the greatest coach, the greatest white coach in NFL history? How dare you disrespect him? Like, come on, Swade. You're a grown man. I mean, other people have to voice their opinion. I love Swade, but Lord, I mean, he protects Sean Payton like he's with the Sean Payton Secret Service. I don't want to hold up the line because I know I've been up here with my hogs and shit, and I know we got people in the background, but I just wanted to get up there and say that about P.J. Williams and Michael Thomas. Stop disrespecting the best wide receiver in football. And if I see anybody in these damn comments disrespecting Michael Thomas, I'm going to sick my damn hog on you. And I'm going to tell you later. Goodbye.
All right, John. Thank you, man. Oh shit! That's the first time I heard somebody go sit their hog on you, boy. It's usually the other way around when they get busy eating the hog running, but the hog chasing your ass, that's a bad proposition right there. Oh, we're gonna bring in, I'll see you there, DeWright. I'll bring you in, Jay Huntsberry. I'll see you, fam. Big ups to you. Welcome to the show.
Where you find him at, man?
Oh man, with John something else, bro. He always bring it, bro. He always bring it. Oh my goodness. Hey, bro, did you see the hog? He got mean hogs over there. I don't know what he must be slapping them or something. They mean. One of them was growling at him before he got on the phone.
I heard it in the background. I was like, what the hell is going on with this?
Damn thing growling at him. He must know it's dinner time. You ain't gonna eat me.
Yeah,
man.
He need to get the grill together, you heard?
Oh man. What's going on, brother? DeWright, how you doing?
What up, Q?
Doing good, my brother. How you feeling, bro? How's going out there by you?
Hey man, you know what? To be honest with you, I just took my second COVID shot, the vaccine, and it wasn't pretty, man.
It wasn't.
You know what I'm saying? Nah. But look, as a nurse, I gotta do what I gotta do to keep my family safe. So, you know.
Right.
But I got a question.
You feeling all right though, bro? Before anything, you feeling all right?
Look,
that's what I want to know if you're all right. I want to make sure you're all right out there.
I'm on a think tank, you heard? So I'm good. I'm good. Look, I got a question for you, man.
Yes, sir.
By the way, to all the Who Dat Nation, happy Resurrection Day Sunday. So make sure we let them know that just like that.
All right, bro. Hey, bro, you telling them I got you on front screen right there, brother. Talk to him, my brother.
Yo, happy Resurrection Day. Look, I know Easter for the candy and the eggs for the kids, but hey, happy Resurrection Day is for Christ. So let's do this, you heard?
That's right. That's right, my brother. Well said, bro.
There you go. Hey, Q, I got a question, man. What
yes, sir.
You got on Sean, man?
I don't, bro. Whatever it is, bro, it's got to be what Tommy Lee Lewis had on him and several people before, bro. I don't know what's going on over there, bro. What you got to do to not make it as a cornerback in New Orleans? I don't know. Oh, I know. Ask for money. That'll get you out of here quicker than anything.
Well, obviously, PJ will play for like jelly beans and gumdrops.
Right. Why you paying him $2 million? He'll pay for one. He'll play for $1 million. Ain't got no market.
I just don't get it. And why we keep putting him in the game? I'm like, everybody, look, if I was a quarterback and this was my first year, the first person I'll ask is, can I play against the Saints and please put PJ in?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Please put PJ in. But outside of that, I got mixed feelings on Sherman, man. And the reason being is because the type of defense that Dennis Allen runs, he runs sometimes like a man. And Sherman is a true like zone cover corner,
especially at this stage of his career.
Right, he's more of a zone guy, and I know we got your guy Richard out there who actually was their DC. However, Allen is still our DC,
right?
So that means things are going to be done his way,
right?
So I would like for him to come here, but still in all, I don't know how that marriage is going to work. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like because Dennis like running man, and then Richard like Sherman is more of a zone guy. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
But
that you got good. You right to say to voice that, bro, because that is definitely a good point of view right there, especially at this age of his career. And he had some injuries that slowed him down. And of course, if you're going to have Richard Sherman playing any man whatsoever, you're going to have strong safety play over the top.
Right.
So, I mean, we'll see how it goes. But if it came down between Sherman and TJ Carey, I mean.
Right. I mean, and you made a great point, man, that you know what? Hey, Ray, we got to rock, paper, scissors on that because guess what? I'll go ahead and go with Sherman in that case.
Right. You see?
You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's like, bro, it's TJ Carey. I'm like, he had 2 interceptions last year. Well, how did he die?
Right. So, I don't know, but that just goes to say, man, that I'm thinking that the Saints are going to go big in the draft. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go real big in the draft, and they go, it's going to be hard to recreate what they did 2 years ago, 3 years ago with Alvin and all those other guys that was like, home run hitters. But, look, they have to do what they have to do. And I'm thinking the draft is going to be the place where they're going to make their mark because they're going to put it all out there. And so I'm thinking the draft is it, man. And I tell you what, if they get another offensive lineman Q, I'm like,
I don't know, brother. That right? I don't. But think about your last 3 first-round picks,
right?
Cesar Ruiz and Davenport.
Right, but Davenport, man. I mean, where we got him from, a glass shop? I mean, come on, man. But, at least I can say this. Some of the guys that I've seen that actually play corner in college, that actually played some linebacker in college, but they got a dog mentality. And when you coming in this league, Q, you got to have that dog mentality. You can't come here soft. I mean, Anzalone, his first year, he had a dog mentality, but I don't know what happened to him. He got soft after that. Yeah. And in order to be consistent, you got to constantly have that dog mentality.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know, Q, man. On this one here, I'm thinking draft got to be our hit or miss. So,
well, let me ask you this, brother DeWright. Who do you like in the draft? Who you think the Saints should go after with that pick? Give me a position or a player that you like that you think will be available at 28. Who you think they should go at?
Q, why are you doing this, man? Why are you doing this to me?
I want to know. I want to know, brother. You're a smart man. I know. You saying we got to get the cornerbacks, or we got to look at the secondary. We got, and it's late in the free agency cycle. I know you got eyes on somebody you like in the draft.
Look, let me tell you, I say, man, I to be honest with you, I like that linebacker, man, from is it BYU?
Oh, Parsons? Yeah. Micah Parsons? Yeah.
Parsons. Or even Collins, man.
Yeah.
But that's on the linebacker end. But on the cornerback end, man, bro.
There's a couple of them out there. Farley from Virginia Tech, Patrick Surtain the second. I don't know if he's going to be there. Shanti Samuel's boy is there.
Shanti Samuel's boy. So
Joe Horn's son is there. JC Horn. I mean, they got picks and chooses.
Right. So to be honest with you, I'm in the air. I mean, because all of these boys have one thing that I know. You know, they got their NFL pedigree, and they have their dog in them, because pretty much their pops have told them, you don't come and fight in this league unless you got dog in you.
Yeah.
So, you know, as long as Sean don't come with another receiver, you know, unless he's from LSU.
Yeah.
You know, unless he's from LSU, I don't even want to talk offense unless he's from LSU.
Well,
you know, I'm gonna be
right.
honest, and for some strange reason, he don't want to take that little hour and a half drive up there. For some strange reason.
I was trying to find any article that I could to say that the Saints had a man in the building to scout LSU's pro day. The only thing I could find, Brother DeWright, was the Saints took a couple of LSU interviews, Jamar Chase's, and maybe I want to see somebody else. I played it on I think the last show, and I was like, okay, you was visual at Alabama's pro day,
right?
We just covered the article where Jeff Ireland was going. He went to Tulsa's pro day to watch Zaven Collins,
right?
And they were, you know, all around this person going here. Quarterbacks coach, he went somewhere. So I'm like, okay, let's see what they do with LSU. I didn't see a damn thing connected to Saints LSU except for the articles put on their own website. So they're trying to say, well, listen, before y'all start talking, we ain't look at LSU. You know, look, we are aware, you know, or whatever.
Right. But Q, don't you know everybody we face in the NFC South comes from LSU?
I know, bro. I know.
What is wrong with that dude?
I don't know, bro.
Everybody we deal with. Those linebackers are from LSU. I mean, I can understand the last one went out to the Ravens, but bruh, everybody we face either Atlanta. I mean, come on. Let's look at the Buccaneers. Look like their whole team got like LSU. Come on.
It's always the case.
What's wrong with this man and LSU, bro?
I don't know. It's a question that's been with Coach Payton since he got here. It's like he did get Henderson. I think Henderson was probably the highest drafted LSU player we ever got. I think he was the second round draft pick that Coach Payton took back in the G. But outside of that, they're far and few in between. Now he'll add a player like Will Clapp in the 7th round, who's a reserve. But any like respectable, talented guy that's sitting there, I mean, you know, if you don't pick the LSU talent, they're going some kind of way end up in the NFC South.
Right. And I think he just do that to make sure that we stay quiet as fans.
Yeah. He gets that question every year, though. Why you always, I mean, he got Nick Vannett. People like, Q, who the hell is this Nick Vannett guy? Well, I could tell you off the top, he's an Ohio State guy.
Right.
Come from Ohio State. What's fancy that, right? So I mean, he likes picking his apples from up there, bro. And I'm like, you got to lock down, you know, locally. But Ryan Nielsen did go to Tulane to scout a defensive end. He worked out where he tried the guy out from. But you're right. We got to start looking closer, man. We got top-notch talent down here, man.
Right, top-notch talent. I think the kid from over there in Tulane is a defensive end. I hear he's nothing nice. So, but that's all I wanted to do, man. I just come and wanted to holler at you, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Q. I got to do this. You know, I got to do this. It's in me, man. It runs through my veins. You understand? I'm with the face tape. You know?
Well, DeWright, bro, you know, it's always much love to you, my brother, up there in Florida, man. And you know, I know you're in the hospital industry, bro, and it's very, 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 very hectic right now on you guys. And I just want you to know from the Great Saint Think Tank, bro, we love you and we appreciate you, bro. And we want you and the family to be safe out there. And, you know, and we got you down here, bro. So who that to you, brother?
Say, man, look, let me tell you something, man. Working in that industry makes sure that I stay close to home. You know what I'm saying? And for you guys and the family out there, love. It's nothing but love, man. Because when you there and you see what's going on in that building, the first thing you think about is When I see the great they take, you understand, come on my screen, and I see all those faces and all those chat people coming through there hollering at me, and I'm hollering back at them. I come home and I say, see, that's what it's all about.
Yes,
It's
indeed.
about family, man.
Yep, that's
It's
what we
about
are, bro.
family. It's about family outside of family. You wouldn't believe how many family members you have. So, bro, I love
Right.
my family. So,
Right.
holla.
The right, appreciate you, bro. Who that to you, bro?
Yes,
And
sir.
appreciate the call in, bro. And keep doing that, bro. I know I don't open up the lines like I used to. I've kind of been busy as of late. That's why I do the Friday free fall, but hopefully my schedule open up a little bit more where I could be able to do some more of it. Maybe bring it back on a Wednesday or something. You know what I mean?
There you
But-
go. Next time I'll make sure that I got some pigs or something in the background.
Yeah, you follow the tough act. I got to tell you something, brother. The right. I don't know how you gonna follow that act, man. I feel sorry for the brother that got to follow John after he put up with the hogs and everything, bro. But that's shoot.
Hey man, my wife got 2 little puppies. I'll come.
You got 2 little puppies, but that'll work. You got the animal acts coming around. That'll be something else right there. All right, brother. The right. Thank you, man. Much love to you, my brother. Who that? That's Brother DeWright, man. One of the great ones, man. Appreciate Brother DeWright, man. We just want to show some love to the brother up there in the hospital. Y'all, we know family, how all this stuff is going on. He in the front lines. We always give love and shout out to the brother and prayers to him and his family and all the family members that's out there that's in the hospital industry. And we got a lot of family members that's in the law enforcement industry. Deputy Mario, my dog B Jizzle, and many other family members that listen as well. I want y'all to be safe as well out there. Really tough right now in the public perspective with everything going on, man. Really something else. But with that being said, we're gonna bring in Jay Huntsberry into the live stream. What's up, brother Huntsberry? How you doing?
What's up, Big Q?
How you doing? Who that to you, my friend? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. Anytime I'm seeing y'all on here, I'm good.
All
right. I'm gonna
same,
tell
same
you ruined my weekend last time I was on here.
Oh, how so, bro? What happened?
Oh man, we was up late. I couldn't get no cuddle time. She say, let the Saints give you something. Oh man.
Well, bro, listen. I am so, bro. I apologize for that one, bro. I mean, listen here.
Oh man, I see her anytime. I can only get on here. We all right.
All right, man. Hey, bro. Listen, man. That's all
right?
good, bro. She gonna be all right, huh?
Yeah.
I got you, bro. All right, Jay. What's going on, bro? What's on your mind today,
much,
bro?
man. Mr. Darrell kind of hit what I was calling about old Sherman. He don't fit our system, And I'm gonna wrap up my thing. I've been sending them messages about a cornerback, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because let me ask you something. If we get a free agent, how much are we gonna pay him? Give me a ballpark.
Well, I mean, man, that really depends. Because with Sherman, there's no numbers out on Richard Sherman. But we can kind of reverse engineer what he could possibly be looking at. Let me go into my sport track here because that's a great question. Let me open my sport track up and we'll do some investigative reporting right now. We'll find out exactly what Mr. Richard Sherman could possibly be asking for based on what he was asking, what he had last year. So let's get Mr. Richard Sherman in here because I know he's bouncing around to different teams, and that's why he's doing that. He's trying to see who would give him the best offer, like what Jadeveon Clyman was doing, which is commonsensical, for him to do that. Mm-hmm. Hold on, give me a sec here, brother Jay. Let me see if I can pull up Richard Sherman's old contract.
I can just tell you why I asked.
Go ahead, my friend. Go ahead, my friend.
Because last year we had a hell of a duo. Mm-hmm. And before they made them cuts, remember I saying they're gonna cut Jenkins, man? They need to hold on to Jenkins. This is why we got $7 million in dead money. Mm-hmm. So if they bring any of these free agents we got for more than $7 million, we could have just kept our dude. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's what I was saying, bro. It's like, listen, what did the Titans give Janoris Jenkins? That we couldn't give him. Now, granted, you would have kind of decimated the depth if you would have paid Jack Rabbit. But the reality is, what's harder, finding cornerback depth or finding a starting level corner that is complete, that works in harmony with your system and the guy you was playing with? Jack Rabbit fit the Saints defense like a glove.
A glove, there it is.
And if you needed to get rid of, you needed money, don't bring PJ Williams in here. You gave him 2. You're paying the other guy 2 something. That's 4 there. You put another 2 with it, you can pay it. Now I got Sherman up, bro. I'm looking at Sherman. His last deal was a 3-year deal worth $27 million. And his average salary was $9 million a season. Now, the way the contract played it, when he first signed, his base salary for 2018 was 2, then it jumped to 7, then to 8 in 2020. So he was making $8 million base salary for the team. His signing bonus was 10, so his dead cap hit was 10. His cap hit was 13.9. So he was basically a guy that was averaging roughly just over $9 million per season with the San Francisco 49ers. Now, I don't think Sherman gets that amount of money. The Saints not going to pay him $9 million. If you could pay Sherman $9 million, I think that you know Jack Rabbit was $14 million. They had to
against the cap, yeah, but 11 for the season.
Exactly. So I mean, we'll see how it shakes, bro. But I mean, what you think how it should go, brother Jake? Because I know you don't like Sherman because his age, injury history. That's understandable.
I don't like exactly what Mr. Darrell said. He's his own cornerback. Mm-hmm. That's his strength. He not like, man. He got to go. I know we don't like Atlanta, but he got to go see them boys. And you see what Tampa Bay got over there. They got to go. They got receivers. He got to turn and run with them boys, man. Nah.
You're gonna need it, but the thing is, as well, is the Saints are not proactively looking at anybody of noteworthy character, and I mean name worth in the cornerback room, except for Sherman. He's your most high value name that you've seen. And then the only other name is TJ Carey. So that's like up here and down here. What did TJ Carey gonna do for you? What is he gonna do for you?
Fight with the rest of them ducks we trying to get rid of.
He'll keep Ken Crawley away for a little bit. I mean, but TJ and PJ.
We gotta so I figure we gotta draft one. That's why I say we gotta draft one. Because instead of we done all them extensions and playing with money, we could have done the same thing with Jack Rabbit and extended him out with them old fake 2-3 years in the back end that they do everybody else. I didn't see the big problem, to keep what we had. So
well, you tag Marcus Williams for 10.5. So you double digit Marcus Williams. And the thing was we wanted to keep Marcus Williams because you wanted to keep your secondary intact. But Jack Rabbit's out the door because people saying that jumped to 14 million. That deal, I said, okay, at 14 million, maybe not. But he wanted to stay with the team because he liked the pairing with Laddie Daddy and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. He fit well in the secondary. He wanted to stay. So why not work out a long-range deal with him that paid him? Now, when did we ever get to be an organization that when a guy steps up and steps out and steps up and plays like in balls and become a Pro Bowler, you don't want to pay him? You don't want to pay. When did we not want to pay nobody? We ain't never had no problem paying Drew Brees. Drew had a blank check when he came around here. Oh, Drew named his price. You ain't never, you know what I'm saying? But I just didn't. That's one of the moves that I didn't like. I thought Jack Rabbit, if you're going to keep Marcus Williams, and PJ Williams, the rotisserie boys, the least you could have done was try to at least extend the contract that was feasible before Jack Rabbit and the Saints. But it just didn't work out that way. The Saints seeing like they can do something else. And look like Brother Byron was said, and also Brother DeWright, we heading into the draft, bro.
That's all we're gonna have to get it. And I hope they do right. Get us a good one. Because we talking about the new DB coach, but I'm not excited about that cat, man. I mean, I'm not saying I dislike him, but Dallas wasn't shutting nobody down when he was there. Were they? I mean,
well, no. I mean, they were still missing. I mean, that secondary was not all that good. He really built those guys up. It made them, Chidi Awuzie and the other guy that was a safety. Those are really inexperienced players he was able to do something with. But he wasn't working with no great talent. You know what I'm saying? Any like really great, serious Pro Bowl level talent. You know, those guys were young cornerbacks that he developed into somebody. He had Jeff Heath back there, and he is a smart player, but he's athletically challenged. You know, so I mean, you ain't have the best of whatever going out there, but you come to New Orleans, you got some pretty intelligent players there. And I think Chris Richard, in my opinion, watching Chris Richard and how he was able to do what he do over his many years in the NFL versus what Aaron Glenn did. And I'm not being disrespectful of Aaron Glenn, who I like a lot. I just think Coach Richard's an upgrade over Aaron Glenn. I think that Aaron Glenn's message got stale, Brother Jay. It got stale over time, and maybe a fresh insight in the secondary will kind of help out the William boys as well as other people.
Well, they may have a plan for CD Deuce. That's because the kid can play, so maybe they put him on the field more. Maybe they try him in a different position because I think he's better than just being a slot corner. So they need to find somewhere to put him. He's plus he getting people kicked out of games because he talk cash, man. That boy, he starts some stuff every game.
Right. I don't know what he's telling them, man, but even the man warned him, listen, man, the man gonna talk mess to you. He still got up there. I'm like, what are you doing? Get you dummy that I told you he's gonna talk mess to you. Yeah, coach, but he said you ain't hear what he said about my mama. That's what it got to be. It's something personal stuff, talking about your mama and all this kind of stuff for them dudes to be getting that heated because that guy took a swipe at him. Like, what this fool doing here? But I mean, it is what it is, bro. You just got to be strong in your head to know that they're going to use whatever it takes to get you out of your game, you know?
Yeah, I don't like that kind of mess usually because I'd probably be the hothead when I retaliate. But if he on my side, I like it. You know?
Right. Right. You know, that works for us, man. It does, bro.
Now, if we don't walk away with a cornerback with that first pick, man, we need to come away with some speed. I ain't really worried about these defensive ends. I'm really not. I know everybody's saying we need to upgrade a defensive end, but I think somebody gonna step up on the team. Let them figure it out. I'm not crazy about nothing in the first round defensive end. So I'd say get some speed, even if we gotta, you know, whether it be a wide receiver and we got these big arm quarterbacks. Both of these quarterbacks can throw. Give them something to throw to, you know.
Right.
And Mr. Darrell was talking about Michael Thomas being the slant man,
right?
And they need to leave him alone,
right?
Shoot, if I was Mike, I just tell him, yeah, I'm the slant man. I'm gonna keep doing it until you find somebody better.
Right? He got $100 million off of that.
Yeah. So if y'all know what I'm doing and you can't stop me, how about that? Yeah, I'm the slant man. Come get it. There it is.
Right. And guess who got him mad and fighting on that time?
Was it my boy? Was it my boy Johnson?
It was your boy. That's who got him upset then. It was that was the same guy that's kicking up mess right there. That's what happened, man. That's who got him kind of upset. But listen,
practice, right? Yeah,
right.
I heard some hand throwing or whatever.
Right. Same deal with the Chicago dude and the other guys. So, I mean, Johnson Gardner-Johnson is a good crap talker out there.
He gotta be.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
And for you guys to get upset like that, it's got to be you talking about somebody, mama, and and all kind of stuff swirling around all over there. So that's just my take on it, bro. But yeah, you're right. But let me ask you this here, Brother Jay. You said that you're looking at Chauncey Gardner being moved. Me personally, I don't know. I think Dennis Allen sees him as an ideal fit at that modified nickel position, being that he can use him. He's a really good open field tackler. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, that is. And he can cover the inside guy. When you need him to blitz, he blitzes. So, I don't know, fam. I don't know if they move him. But what you say move him, what are you talking about moving?
Isn't his natural position safety?
Yeah, but you got Chauncey Gardner. I mean, you got rotisserie boy, Marcus Williams there.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't they working with something with 3 safeties a year or 2 ago? Yeah,
but that's the modified nickel approach that Chauncey plays well when where he plays him like as a safety linebacker type dude to sit in there and blitz. Remember that game we played against Atlanta? Atlanta was too foolish to make the adjustment on Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. They just kept letting him go up in there and knock Matty Icy hot across his head. Remember that?
Yeah.
You know, so he does that really well. And Dennis Allen knows that the key to that success of that style of defense is that nickel guy is called on to do a lot. He drops into coverage to cover people, whether it's the tight end, the cornerback, running backs coming out of the backfield. If linebackers have to blitz, he got to pick up the people that they're leaving. You know, those guys are leaving open. He also will be called upon to blitz on certain packages, play around that line. You know, that guy's asked to do a lot. So and he's really the ideal fit for that style, for that position. So that's why I've said I don't really see him moving him out of that position to safety position, especially if they tag in Marcus Williams. Now, if Marcus Williams wasn't tagged and the Saints let him in the free agency, he would be paid right now, even more paid than what the Saints going to give him. But I just don't see an incentive to move Chauncey Gardner-Johnson off the inside nickel or that modified nickel spot. You know, he plays it so well. So I don't know. Maybe, you know, perhaps when Malcolm Jenkins leaves, then there'll be a spot he could play that side. But I don't. That's just my take on it. I don't know, bro. I just don't see him moving it because he fits so well there.
Didn't we bring P-Rob? Was it P-Rob back to play that nickel?
Yeah, he brought P-Rob in, but you know it didn't really work out. Remember,
he got hurt, I think.
Right, and then that's when Chauncey was developing. Chauncey took off in that position, and he owns that position. Patrick Robinson got hurt, and then they reshaped his money, restructured his deal, and then they just booked him as, you know, made him like the fourth cornerback. You know, at one time he was the highest paid dime back in the NFL. The Saints was making him. Then they had P.J. Williams playing a safety role, you know, filling in. But if you look at your safeties behind Marcus Williams and Malcolm Jenkins, all you have is J.T. Gray there. No real people. I just don't. Even though Chauncey, and I agree with you what you're saying, bro. I agree with you about him being a better safety than he is a cornerback, because that's what he is. But I don't see the Saints moving him out of that role because he does it so very well. And who else would you put in his stead? I mean, you draft somebody or whatever. But the Saints, no, and then also think about this. When people get hurt, remember when the Jackrabbit or Laddie Daddy got hurt last year for the Saints, what the Saints did? The Saints would keep Chauncey Gardner-Johnson at the nickel position, and they would leapfrog P.J. Williams over him. They couldn't use Patrick Robinson because he was hurt. So they would put P.J. Williams as the starter opposite of Laddie Daddy, or if it was Janoris who was playing and Laddie Daddy was hurt, P.J. would be starting there and Chauncey would still occupy the nickel position. They don't move him off the nickel position. And that's like, oh, wait, hold on here. And then I realized that's like, yeah, he owns that third position. Dennis Allen said, nah, we're going to keep you right where you are, Jack.
Yeah, he played real good. I just think the boy will probably produce more turnovers back there at safety, sitting back there with me.
I agree.
That's my belief.
I agree with you on that. I agree most certainly with you, bro. I think he's a ball hawk. He'd be able to do things back there.
So,
what you think about Marcus Williams? If you're trying to put Chauncey Gardner back there.
I gotta see what they're gonna do for his long term. I'm not opposing them bringing him back. He's not garbage. He makes some plays here and there that ain't about nothing, you know. But to see what's out there, I'm not mad they bring him back. We just got to see how they're gonna utilize him and if he's gonna grow, because he's not in the bottom half of the league. He's actually up towards the top as far as his position goes. But you know, we see those knucklehead plays. And you know, we ready to go on and give him a boot. But he didn't hit Cook's status because they could have cut Cooks right after the game last year. I'm glad he gone. Bye. You know. So I'm not mad about Marcus, man. If he grows, if he produces, then that's to the best of us. But I still think they should rotate Chauncey Gardner back there, in my opinion. I would like to see what he could do, because if he gets back there and produce, they can let Marcus walk next year, you know. But got to see him back there.
They signed, if they bring Marcus signed his tag. I was interested. I wonder if he'll sign that tag. He signed that damn tag. maybe a week or so after them putting it on him. So that's 10.5. So the idea is the Saints tagging him to keep him off the market and work more of a feasible deal for their liking. So, this is ultimately supposed to be a move to create a long-term agreement with Marcus Williams. Tragic says PJ Williams is a backup safety.
Well, you know what? He doesn't play bad back there. Didn't they have to put him back there 2 years ago or so?
Right. And, and the truth be told, I was saying that about PJ Williams. I was like, listen, put him at the safety. But before that wasn't even a thing, I was saying that because I can look at the tape. See, he loves the tackle. He loves the tackle. He's not afraid to tackle. He's one of the top 3 best tackling cornerbacks you have, defensive backs, period, that you have. Is PJ Williams. He'll go up there and tackle you. So I mean, but the coverage issue was a problem. That's why the Saints said we love his tackling ability. He can't cover worth to nothing, but we'll put him, put him as a safety. But I want people to understand that he failed as a cornerback. He was drafted as a 3rd round pick. PJ wasn't no 6th round pick here. PJ was a 3rd round selection out of Florida State, who the Saints, when they drafted PJ Williams, he was foretold to be a starter for the Saints, a long range plan. PJ never realized that. Matter of fact, he lost his job to an undrafted cornerback by the name of Ken Crawley before his confidence fell through the floor. So, I mean, I just think that, and then the true part about it, like I've been saying, is PJ Williams' coverage issues it could be remedied. He could fix those. I just don't. They're very correctable because he's physical. The guy has to work on his technique. He just got to get serious about it. And he's 28 years old. So I mean, I just don't know how serious he is about it. But perhaps Coach Richard, I've said this, could help him be better there. I most certainly think he won't get any worse underneath him. But even if a small increase, an incremental increase in PJ's game is better than no increase at all. I mean, they're going to be called upon him to do some stuff this year. We'll see how it goes, man. But I'd rather him as safety than any cornerback. It's just not a good look.
Yeah. Well, I hope he make those improvements.
Yeah, me and you both, my brother. So that tragic can't keep saying, Q, what's going on with PJ? PJ Williams as a safety. I said, bro, he failed as a cornerback. That's why he playing safety, right? You know that, right? He failed. If he failed as a cornerback and he playing safety, then he not versatile. You can't put versatility on a man name that can't play cornerback. Oh, we got PJ Williams because he's versatile, Q. We paid $2 million. Versatile? How? What is he switching between that he's good at? He's not good at covering nobody. And you still got to cover somebody when you're a safety. Remember, PJ was getting his lunch 8 last year when he had to cover tight ends. And I said, man, PJ can cover some tight ends. Come on, man. Them tight ends was killing PJ Williams, man. Them tight ends was killing PJ Williams' ass, man. And I was like, at some point, you can only keep him away from his faults up to a point. Like, don't forget now, safeties have to cover people too.
Yeah.
They don't just run up and tackle. They got to cover too. So you ain't really getting away too far away from his coverage mistakes, his coverage in inabilities by playing him at safety. Sooner or later, he'll be exposed there too. So you got to fix that is what I'm saying with PJ Williams. I would love to see that, man. I would love to see him do that.
So on my boy, I like Davenport. I'm giving him a chance. I don't believe he'll bust yet. Okay. What is it gonna take for you to believe in my boy this year? What sack total is he gonna have to pass?
Well, I'm with you know what, Jay. I'll be honest with you. I've been with Davenport. A lot of people been slamming Davenport, but I've been protecting Marcus Davenport because, and I've said this before on many shows, is that Davenport reminds me of Danielle Hunter. And I kept telling people to go back and research Danielle Hunter. He was super raw coming out of LSU, just like this kid was coming out of UTSA. Super raw. They're both 6. Davenport 6'7". The other Danielle was 6'7". Their styles of play is very similar, and they're same way. Danielle Hunter was raw. He was getting hurt early on, and then ultimately it just kicked in and he just exploded and started racking up sacks to a ridiculous amount. It's like the light went on with Danielle Hunter. I see so many similarities between him and Davenport that I said, you know what? I watched Davenport. You know, he gonna take off because he need to have that little burn. You see what happened with Trey Henderson last year?
Mm-hmm.
He was healthy. Now Davenport was healthy. He just did not produce like we thought he was supposed to. But I think that changes this year, though, brother Jay. That's my. I think Davenport wakes up this year.
I'm with you on that one because this gonna be what his fourth year.
Yeah, fourth year. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
And you know them boys when they come out raw like that, they got to get their legs under. And I saw you see flashes from when he was playing. I seen him manhandling some of them boys out there. So I'm just waiting. All he got to do is get his legs under him and figure out his moves. I think he's gonna be all right. Now this new kid they brought in, him and Trey Henderson was in the same draft, right? The kid we just got from Kansas City.
I think I heard about that. Yeah, Casper 9. I mean, I think they were in the same draft. Yeah, they were. They were.
Mm-hmm.
They were.
He might come in here and produce because he on the other side of Cameron. You know, so he ain't gonna be doubled. I don't know too much about the kid, but when I looked into him, I'm like, okay, he might actually come in here and take some playing time. But him and Davenport are similarly built. They both tall, long arms, so that's why I'm not really concerned. It's nothing in the not we gonna get at 28 as far as defensive end. That's why I'm like, please don't do that. Don't do it.
No, I mean, but let me ask you this, brother Jay. I mean, where do you think he plays? Because I did. Let me pose that question to you in the Great Saint Think Tank. You guys, let me know. What do you think? Where do you think Casper 9 plays? I mean, he's a 6'7". You know, he's a 6'7". Davenport 6'6", 6'7".
6'6".
These are massive edge rushers.
Yeah.
But Casper 9's 290, 289. I mean, he's 6'7", 280, 290, something like 289, 290. Might as well say 290. I mean, that's 10 pounds off of 300. So where do you guys think he plays, at the edge or inside?
Well, that's one of the reasons why I don't know what he gonna do, because he can play both. They actually played him with his hand in the dirt up there, but that's not his natural position. So he might have chose because they wanted him back. He might have chose the Saints to come in and get what Trey Henderson had. That's why I'm like, I don't know what this kid gonna do, you know, because if he come and play a defensive end and they wasn't playing him there, they was letting him. So he's versatile, so we can use him either which way. You know, we did lose a couple defensive tackles, but I don't know if he's gonna come in and outproduce the ones we had waiting in the wings at that position. So,
yeah, it'll be interesting to see where he goes. But he turned down the Chiefs. The Chiefs really wanted him to stay, and he turned them down and come to New Orleans. And he was starting out there for many games for the Chiefs. So I'm thinking you turn down a starting job with the Chiefs. So if you're coming to New Orleans and you turn the starting job with the Chiefs, and you coming to New Orleans, you coming into a starting situation. So is it safe for me to say that Casper 9 could he might be one of the starting defensive tackles when the season start? Could it be?
If he's that good, I don't see why it couldn't be. I mean, we only got one starting defensive tackle in my mind right now, so the other is open. You know, I don't think he come and take Onyemata's spot. Nah,
right.
Nah.
But Sheldon Rankins and Brown is the opposite. Well, Sheldon Rankins' spot there, you know, on the other side of Onyemata could be open. I'm just saying, if the guy turned down starting job to go back to some people who they believe will be the AFC Super Bowl representative again next year. I mean, just think about this for a second. What I'm saying to the Great Saint Think Tank, this guy turned down. He was starting there with them. He turned going back to Kansas City, who was just come. They lost the Super Bowl, but they were in the Super Bowl not too long ago.
2 years
and 2 years in a row, and they're picked to go back next year. He turns them down to come to New Orleans to take a job on the defensive line. Is it a stretch to say this is not a starting position job opposite of Onyemata? I'm just saying.
Well, you know, you could be right, but you know, some players, like, let's say you was being drafted in college, and you was a dual. You played defense and offense. You want to be you a quarterback and you're a cornerback. Well, you want to be quarterback. Division I school is offering you cornerback only. You can't play quarterback. Division II school say, well, you can come here and play quarterback. And you say, oh, okay. I think I'm gonna go to the smaller school because that's where I want to play. I think I'm a good enough quarterback. I'm gonna go prove myself. So he leaving the position. Imagine if he's up here looking at Kansas City going, yeah, I want to come back, but I don't want to play defensive tackle. I want to play defensive end. See what I'm saying? I just seen this kid leave here and make some money playing defensive end that was in my draft. I'm gonna go down here and take his position. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I don't know what he thinking, but there could be a scenario where he like, I'm gonna go where they're gonna utilize my skills, my natural skills, because that's my natural position.
Right.
You know. So I don't know. He could be the one we've been looking for. And if he do that, we won't see Davenport shine. So if either one of them do it, I'm happy. Don't get it twisted. You know, if they both explode and we got Cam on one end and one of them killing the other end, I'm happy. You know, go on and knock Brady off a couple times. I want to see him in the dirt.
Hey, you know, that could be a point because when the Saints use their NASCAR package, that third defensive end is almost like a starter as much as they use them when the Saints run 3 defensive ends out there. So you might have a point on that, bro, that he could be replacing the Trey Hendrickson role on the team, which, well, Trey Hendrickson was the starter and Davenport. So he would be, if I was to equate the same from last year, he would be occupying Davenport's spot and Davenport would be occupying Trey Hendrickson's spot if I was to update it from last year to this year. So you could have a point. The Saints do utilize that those 3 edge rushers a lot. So that's a point, bro.
And we got Noah Spence sitting behind them. So
yeah, question mark with him though. Big question mark with him, bro.
Yeah, but somebody got to come out of that group. It's 3 of them. Yeah, and Granderson. Yeah, I love Granderson. Yep. You've been putting in work too. So see, somebody got to come out of that, man. I wouldn't be crying about no defensive end in the first round. I'm really not concerned. I'm really concerned about cornerback, but they don't pay me. All I do is complain and throw stuff at the TV.
Well, I mean, sooner or later, I think they listen, bro, because you can see a lot of the moves that's being made right now. It's a change in the guard, so to speak, because the Saints having to kind of retool the team from the draft perspective. So, I mean, you'll see smarter drafts when we don't be taking centers and stuff like that. Saints can go in many different directions. Hopefully it's defensive, but I ain't gonna say I don't like the edge rushers. I just don't see like some of these guys, these edge rushers they're talking about is like really top edge rushers. You know, maybe I'm just spoiled to seeing Chase Youngs and guys like that running around tearing up stuff, but these guys are not even that. So, I mean, not even close to him. So, I mean, you know, we'll see. Defensive interior linemen there, they have more than a few. Tyler Shelvin out of LSU, in my opinion, is the best nose tackle in the country. That'll be in the draft. Hopefully the Saints take a look at him if they're looking for girth. We'll see. But secondary, most certainly, you mentioned linebacker. Those are interests as well. But yeah, I agree with you, bro. A lot of the stuff that we looking at going into the draft, more than likely we'll have. It's going to be kind of a draft led by the defense. Hopefully, if we want to look to compete, because these other teams, bro, they making moves too now, and we gotta make sure we counter the moves that they're making and not just be sitting up here running on the treadmill.
Well, you know, there's a dark horse out there. I don't think he fits our locker room, but I just thought about it. Dallas let Aldon Smith walk.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They said they wouldn't sign him. I don't know if the Saints go with Aldon Smith. I don't know if they do. I wouldn't be upset by that. But now that they got this new guy here, do you go after Aldon? You got Granderson, who had 5 sacks. He's stepping up. He's working hard. Granderson's inspired after he had a pretty solid contribution last year to do even more. So he sees it an opportunity to kind of take over. But yeah, Granderson's another interesting commodity there. I like Aldon Smith a lot. And I wouldn't be against that. I think get a pass rusher, the more the merrier, in my opinion, because what if somebody get hurt? Davenport has been hurt every year. You know, we've been fortunate with Cam that he hadn't gotten hurt. But remember, Cam's getting older. So we're going to have to do something here.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with all that. So, but I think couldn't he play? Doesn't he play both defensive end and linebacker? Doesn't he play another position?
Who, Granderson?
Alden Smith.
Eldon.
Yeah.
From what I know, all he does is defensive end. They move him around on the defensive line. I don't remember him as of recently playing any other position. He's just a fantastic. He's a hellspawn. Get to the end. His issue's always been off field. That's been kind of messing with him. He's just a super talent, but look like he's gotten a lot of that behind him. But I think he'd be a terrific pickup for the Saints. I mean, Coach Rashard, I think do they have was Rashard there when Eldon Smith was there? I'm gonna have to look that up. But listen, the Saints would be a good locale for Eldon Smith. I would love to see him be down here. Like I said, the more edge rushers you have, the better. Just that's the thing.
Well, man, I ain't gonna hold you up all night. Appreciate talking to you. I'm gonna let somebody else get some of that love the nation. And I can't wait for the next time, man. We'll see. I'll be trolling around here around draft time. You better believe it.
All right, Jay. Appreciate you, bro. Much love to you, my friend. And
all right,
brother. And we'll talk later, brother. Peace.
Yeah, I'm getting off early enough to snuggle.
All right. Well, yeah, don't let us get in your way, my bro. You heard that? Don't, yeah, bro. You good, bro. You got it now, brother. All right, my brother.
All right, Q.
Peace.
Peace.
All right, that's brother Jay Huntsberry, man. Dropping knowledge, man. And listen, man, family, let me tell you something. The sports comb is great, but if it, I don't want to interrupt nothing personal going on. All right. Big ups to the family members. Thank y'all for being here. Please do me a service. Hit the like button, family, as we keep on rolling this thing. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you aren't a subscriber and join the Great Saint thing today. Big ups. What's up, brother Damien? Says, hey, Q. He said, I know we haven't. I see you there. We got two people going to bring on. We got brother Paul next in the Iceman. Damien says, hey, Big Q, I know we haven't. He says, we have talent at the receiving corps, but they're young besides MT. Do you think we should sign another vet or a receiver in the first round? Well, I mean, that depends, bro. Like if somebody falls to you, then you like, man, I had to get them, man. It was such and such. And the way it sets up, because I remember years ago, and every year they do this, the Coach Payton them would open up their war room and they'll show you how things work. And it's every year they do it. They'll take you inside there and they show such and such how we do this. And Coach Payton will show you, he got a board here. Him and all of the scouts, Jeff Ireland on down, all of the scouts come together with their reports and they all put it on the table and they come to a collage of names and they put down, what is it? I forgot how many names. I know it's well over 50, about over 100 names of prospects, and they rank them. And when they rank those guys, they say, listen, if this guy is here, when we taking him, even if it wasn't a need, they taking that guy because he was very high on their board. So if I say that to say, like, if Terrace Marshall Jr., who's one of my favorites, man, and plus he elevated himself on the pro day because he ran a 4.38 at 6'3", 210, something like that. I think he lost some weight because he was like 215, 216 or something like that. And he was close to 220 when he played at LSU. But it looked like he got in shape more and he lost some weight and got near that 210, but ran a 4.89, 4.8, something like that. It was pretty good, man. And he elevated himself. Matter of fact, Racy McMath, I didn't know Racy McMath was that fast too. He ran a 4.3 something. So them LSU receivers they have size and they're quick. So if a guy like Terrace Marshall Jr. falls to you, you got to take that guy. You know what I'm saying? I said that about ATN from Clemson. If he falls to you, that dude's like another Kamara, man. You got to pull the trigger on those guys. If one of those quarterbacks fall to you, you got to pull. So that's what happens when you sit way at the back of the draft at 28 and you're not going to move. More than likely, you're not going to, you're going to pick the highest guy on your board. So I say all that to say I think probably that'll be the best bet to do is to go with the board. But I think that's, if one falls to you, take them, bro. You know, why not take him? You never know. If there's an injury in your wide receiver coach, you know, what if Mike has a little setback? You never know, man. You never know. What if somebody else gets hurt and that guy's there? You got to take it. If Terrace, listen, bro, if Terrace Marshall Jr. is there and he falls to me at 28, bro, I'm pulling the horn. You can be mad at me all you want. Like, Q, man, you passed up on Micah Parsons that fell to you. I'm like, man, listen here. I took ATN. That's right. I took ATN and I took Marshall. They fall to me on there. I just got to do it, man. You know, those are generational talents. But those guys, those guys are awesome, man. They're awesome. All right. Thank you for that. Appreciate you too. I wanted to give a shout out to Simply Tasha for a super chat. Thank you, Tasha. Appreciate that. They're very nice. A comment there in the super chat. Much love to you and the family members of the super chats and the cash apps. I appreciate you guys most certainly. All right, big ups to the rest of the family members chiming in on this thing. We got what's up, Original Hot Boy, and the rest of the family members there. All right, we got Brother Iceman popping in here next. Brother Iceman, welcome to the show, bro. How you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Iceman?
I'm feeling good, man. It's been a while, Q.
Yeah, I know, bro. I know you must have been working. You've been busy, bro.
Oh, man. Been all types of stuff, man. It's life, man. But it's been good, though, man. Good to chime in. I had a couple things I wanted to bring up. First thing was I wanted to know, like, how do you think, like, Marshawn Lattimore's his legal stuff, how do you think that that'll play into his psyche on the field? I wanted to know, like, what you thought about that side of things, because I thought that was kind of interesting to think about. Because I never remember him going through anything like this as far as he's been in the NFL. So I wanted to see, like, what type of mentality he would come into this season with after something like that happening, just to see if it would, you know, how he would produce on the field under scrutiny, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff off the field, you know? So I thought that was something interesting to look forward to this season. I did have questions, man. I got to keep it real. I don't understand why we have PJ Williams back on this team. I looked high and I looked low. I tried to find excuses. I looked around. I mean, I thought I was singing the old song. I searched all over, bro. I tried to find excuses. This dude don't belong on this team, man. It's this. I don't understand this, man. What is going on? Why we keep going back in the silver trash can, the recycling bin, the A&W green trucks? Why are we going back and going get these players, man? Like, I never understood that, man. Leave PJ where he at, bro. I agree with you 1,000%. There's so many better veteran corners out there that could have came in and, you know, did something, you know, admirable. Like, I'm keeping it real. I understand what people saying. He only making $2 million. I get it, you know, but still, man, that could have went to other resources for better players, man. Let's stop, you know, standing around with future Williams, man, and let's move on to some greener pastures, man. So that was kind of that's kind of what I wanted to say, man, because I didn't get to chime in on PJ coming back, man, but the whole episode, him coming back, man, that was hysterical, man.
Yeah, well, I kind of figured, that would probably be the move the Saints was made. That's why when it happened, a lot of family members hit me up and they were upset about it. They were upset about it, but I just introduced a little levity to the situation. That's why I just did the PJ Williams, I'm back, the whole little song, and I'm DJ Q and everything. So, I mean, it was a bit of levity to kind of take the edge off because a lot of people's upset about PJ coming back. And but the thing is, like I said, I comment about PJ Williams. Like I said, I think he's out of the ones that the cornerbacks we have, he's the most fixable. He has the size, he's physical. You just got to clean up his technique, and you got to get him to stop making bad. He got to break a lot of bad habits. He's grabby, but he's grabby because he's not confident. He knows he's gonna get burnt. He grabbing on a dude beyond 5 yards. The guy fighting his hands off. He's just the easy guy to get flagged because he's obvious. And the quarterbacks know to pick on PJ because he doesn't look back for the ball. He doesn't take cues. And I can go down a laundry list of things that PJ Williams doesn't do well, that I know that PJ Williams was taught over his career in college and in the pros to do. You've got to turn around and locate the football. He doesn't do that. And when in most of the times when he deflects the ball is by mistake, and then it's an attempt to try to make you think it was on, like it was planned. We know it was. No, you mistakenly done that. But the reality is, I think he's fixable. I just don't. I think Coach Rashard. Let's see what he does. Maybe we see. We stuck with him for another year. So I mean, I hear your disgruntlement on him there, Iceman. But you got him for another year, bro, at least.
Yeah. It just gives me something that I know I'm just gonna have.
Iceman, speak up a little bit, bro. Some of the great Saint think tank having problems hearing you, bro. You still there, Iceman?
Hello, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, they can't hear you, bro. Can you speak up just a little louder for the rest of the team, the rest of the great Saint think tank to hear you, bro? But go ahead with your point, bro. Byron, I mean, you still with me, Iceman? Uh-oh. We might have lost. Yeah, we lost the Iceman. All right, let's keep it going. Try to say the reason. Come on, Tragic. Let's hear it, bro. Let's hear it, Tragic. What you got, bro? What you got? Tragic said the reason PJ is on this team the same way PJ is in your cabinet for hard time. It's like PJ is like the relative you can't get rid of. You thought you put, man, didn't I just put you out of here? How you in the kitchen? Well, you left the door open. You left the door wasn't open. I locked the door. I mean, my bad. You left the window open, so I thought you wanted me back in here. That's how PJ Williams is. I hope he gets better though, man. I really do, man. I want to see him improve, man. I'm just so tired of seeing him get turned around every year, man. And everybody gets burnt. You seen Laddie Daddy get burnt. You seen Jack Rabbit get burnt. Some of them, that's a part of the job description. Sometimes you get beat by a player that catches you out of position, you get burnt. Sometimes that happens, Brother Damien says, I know people might hate me for this, but to be honest, PJ had a pretty good season last year with the addition of secondary. He probably can be fixed. Just my opinion. I hope so, bro. And I've been saying that a lot of his issues are fixable. Are fixable. I think PJ Williams is a fixable player. I don't think he's a player that like you need to just totally like, okay, he's a lost cause. No, I don't. I think he can be fixed, but it's up to PJ. It's up to him. PJ is a millionaire. PJ need to go to some. I know a lot of that been shut down because of the C-19 madness, but a lot of stuff is opening up depending on what state you're going to. And if you need to work with a personal defensive back trainer or somebody you got to hire to help you with your feet, like Shaq say, feet work, help you with that, then you got enough money. Go invest in the craft. Go to one of these little situations or hire somebody that can come to you, and, work on that. Study Deion's film, I'm pretty sure you can reach out to Prime Time. I know he's busy. Maybe you can go up there where he at. I don't know how it worked. Perhaps you can get permission to go up there with Jackson State and watch them and perhaps you can, it's different things that you can do, man, to improve upon yourself. Think about what LeBron James doing. I know it's a big difference between LeBron James and PJ freaking Williams, for goodness sake. But really the difference is LeBron is a dude that he been doing it so long because he does it at his work ethic is at a whole nother level. His preparation is at another level. And that differentiates between the good and the great. It's what you're doing off the field before you get on the field. Meaning if you're constantly working on your feet work, you're working on your technique and improving upon your stuff, you'll see that translate on the field of play. And confidence is merely, his confidence arises once his technique is ironed out. The only question I have is he's 28 years of age right now, and he been stealing money for a long time, man. Man, he been getting cooked all over the place. He been getting cooked. I'm really tired of seeing him get cooked. I really am, man. Really tired of seeing him getting cooked. And I keep telling y'all that we not the only one that noticed that. They noticed that too. They meaning these other quarterbacks. They're noticing PJ Williams is out of position. They're noticing PJ Williams getting cooked and rotisserie, barbecued, fricasseed, baked, whatever kind of way you want it, that's how PJ gonna give it to you. All right. I don't think he great value, bro. I ain't gonna say that about PJ Williams. I just think that if he changed his approach, man, like coming in there, like in the off season after he rested a bit, instead of just waiting for the Saints stuff to go, like find somebody that can help you get your feet together, somebody that can help you work on, hand fighting and how to jam properly. Like I seen him try to jam a wide receiver, and the guy just grabbed him and pulled him and went around him. I'm like, oh, what the, and then the guy looking back the whole way, and he in the trail position the whole way. He burnt from the word go, and he trying to catch up. And that's a terrible thing. And let me put this on you. Deion Sanders said years ago that there are two kind of cornerbacks. There are two kind of cornerbacks in the NFL. He said one cornerback looks to make how was it phrased, man? I'm gonna pull it up and let Deion say it to you one of these days. But Deion said there's two type of cornerbacks: one that looked to make a play, and one that looked to not to get burnt. That's that's from prime time, the greatest one that ever was to do it. And that's what he said. He also said in similar videos, I won't say that same video, Deion Sanders said that you don't pay attention to the feet of the wide receiver. You pay attention to his hips, because he can fake you out with his feet, but he can't fool you with his hips. That's what Deion Sanders told people. Pay attention to the hips. You think PJ Williams paying attention to somebody's hips? PJ, we're looking at the feet. They tap dancing. And by the time he turned and looked, they're already on 3 yards up the field. He got to grab them to hold on them to keep them from getting burnt. And then the thing is, the coach is telling him, listen, PJ, bro, if the guy get past you, just grab the goddamn guy, take the pass interference, don't give up the touchdown. And I would agree with that. Grab the guy, pass interference him, but don't let him get by you for a touchdown. So, that's what the coaches tell him. If he beats you, grab him. Just don't let him get the touchdown. I take the pass interference calls, that's just my thing. He can do something, man. He got money. All right. KK says PJ had Drew Brees. Drew was a workaholic peer, so there's no excuse. You know what? That's a great point. That's hard. KK, that's a wonderful point there. Because it's hard to say about PJ Williams. When you look at the work ethic of Drew Brees, which basically a lot of guys have great work ethics, but Mike Tomlin attributed his work ethic to Drew Brees, which took him from a regular second-round wide receiver to this fantastic, one of the top 5 best in the league, attributes that to Drew. You watched him prepare. Cam even spoke about that. DeMario spoke about that. All of the leaders and captains on the Saints team spoke about Drew Brees' work ethic and how it was inspiring. Taysom Hill, Jameis Winston comes to tears when he talks about Drew Brees and how he helped him prepare for the game. So, I mean, like I said, that's true. You got to give a damn. That's why I say he's been stealing money, because he's 6'1". He's a 3rd-round draft pick. They spent a lot of capital, the 3rd-round pick on PJ Williams. They keep bringing him back after his rookie contract was up. The Saints have signed him to several deals after the fact. And then they even say, we're not going to get rid of this guy. He can't cover a bed, after playing him at the cornerback position for years, watching him get toasted, and us saying the whole way, why they got this man out here playing cornerback? He giving up all kind of plays. He don't know what he's looking at. Then after doing that, years of, because they made the safety switch 2 years ago. PJ Williams been with the Saints for what? For 6 or 7 years now? He 28 years old. Years of watching PJ get turned around like a chicken on a rotisserie stick. Years of watching say, I got an idea. We gonna make him a safety. And I keep telling, I say, well, you can hide him at safety all you want, but you know you still got a corner cover at safety too, right? So let's just hope he gets better, man. I really do, man. I hope so, man. You know. We gotta get it right. All right, let's keep it going, fam. Much love to the family members. I appreciate y'all, man, for being here. We're getting close to the end here. And I want to stay with you guys for about another hour or so, but I'm gonna make the jump over to the Pelican post game report. We're gonna recap this madness because while I was basically talking and covering the Saints talk, of course I've been keeping an eye on the Pelicans. My goodness. It's still a lot of games. So I'm gonna caution the family members out there to be ever so mindful. Even though we losing to the Falcons, I mean to the Falcons, the Hawks. Even though we losing to the Hawks right now, oh my goodness. 5 minutes left. I mean, it wasn't much you were going to do in this game. I knew it was going to be an ugly matchup simply because the Pelicans were missing everybody. I mean, when you don't have BI, you don't have Zion, you don't have Lonzo Ball, you don't have JJ Hart. I mean, not JJ Hart, Josh Hart. Oh my goodness. What do you have? Well, they don't have much, man. But the guy I kept telling people about, Johnson, is he has 16 points leading the team. And the Pelicans are getting plastered right now by the Hawks. So hopefully we get some of our people back, in a couple of days, and we'll see how it all shakes, man. But there's still plenty of games left to be played out there. All right. I'm gonna take one more call. We got Brother Paul. He just popped in. We're gonna bring Brother Paul in and let him drop his knowledge, then we'll end the show. Brother Paul, welcome to the stream, my brother. How you doing? Can you hear us, Brother Paul? Uh-oh. Brother Paul can't hear us. All right. Yeah, Brother Paul having issues logging in today. All right. So with that being said, we're going to end on that. So listen, family, I like to say, first of all, to the family out there, it's Good Friday. For the family members, it's a holiday for most people out there. And I just wanted to say happy holidays to you guys. I know it is, happy holidays. That's mostly what you hear around Christmas time, but it is Easter after all. And I just wanted to give a big shout out to all the family members out there to have a fantastic weekend, be ever so watchful of your surroundings and look out and pray for each other. I want to say a big shout out to all the family members up there. I appreciate y'all kindly for being here. Much love to everybody. If you aren't a subscriber, smash the subscribe button. If you hadn't hit the like button, hit the like button as well. And also feel free to share the show's link in your social media feed. It does help out. Or wherever other Saints people or family members are, it helps out the stream as well. Also, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/the Pro Media Network to get unlocked content, the locked content, to get locked content on Q with Big Q, the news shows through Patreon. Also, the 20 plus locked shows from TSC Q&A Live we do every Tuesday. That's available. And also, that's why YouTube members can access that. Not the on Q with Big Q, that's through Patreon. But we also looking to launch other things down the line as well. So just letting y'all know that. We appreciate you chiming in as well. So with that being said, hold on. We got Uncle Paulie popping in. Uncle Paulie, can you hear me? Uncle Paulie, are you there? All right. Look like Uncle Paulie having some issues with his trying to get in there. What's up, Brother Neville? Who that till you get to see you there? All right, Brother Paul in the building. What's going on, Brother Paul? How you doing?
I'm here. I'm here. Last but not least, but that's all right.
That's right. Uncle Paul is in the building. And Uncle Paul is not in the building anymore. All right. But at least he got on to pop in and say, hey, just that fast, Brother Paul, and popped out. But anyway, look, family. Okay, he back. Okay, let's see if we can do it. Okay, Brother Paul, you back. All right, you back, Brother Paul. I can hear you breathing. Everything all right?
It's Peter Pat. We play StreamYard tag. That's what it is. How you doing, fam?
I'm good, Brother Paul. How you feeling, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I'm happy the Saint doing something about that D line, man.
Yeah, how you feel about this kid here? Hold on, Brother Paul. Brother Damien asking about whether I go to subscribe for the Pelicans. Big Q, go to the Pelican post game report, Brother Damien. You can check the links in the description section below, or you can just go to YouTube and put in the Pelican post game report, and it'll pull up the channel there. You can simply go there and subscribe, or check the link in the description section below for the show. It'll take you there. Thank you for asking as well. Go ahead, Brother Paulie.
I'm happy, man. To tell the truth, Q, I'm kind of glad Rakers at Brown is gone, man. Because if you look at it, man, they stayed hurt half the time. Truth of the matter.
Yeah, Rankin's had his issues, especially the last couple of years. Malcolm Brown he got kind of banged up in the season too. So you think that's a part of the reason why the Saints say, you know what, we need fresher, younger talent? Is that what you think, Brother Paul?
That true too. And I'm telling you something else between both of them. Q couldn't keep their weight down.
Uh-oh. Brother Paul popped out again. All right. Okay. All right. All right. So, I mean, I have to agree with Brother Paul on that. Malcolm Brown, at first, he had some issues there. But, when he started, I mean, he's just a massive force in there, man, to be honest with you. And Sheldon Rankins was dealing with his injuries. They both had injuries. That's a great point there, Brother Paul.
Yeah, Q. I mean, you got to turn the page sometime at some point. Him on and this new guy. I think they're gonna. I mean, you got somebody 6'7", 6'6". That's the push you want up the middle, Q. Because, like I say, Cam Jordan, he's on the minus side of 30. And when you get that old, you don't want to be running yourself ragged. You want to be as close to that quarterback as you can. Now.
Uh-oh. All right, Brother Paul, and popped out again. He having problems over there. All right. I'm sorry, Brother Paul, having so many issues with whatever going on. All right, Brother Paul, I got you back. All right, Brother Paul, can you hear me? There you go.
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just going in and out for some reason tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. I had issues with the Pelican postgame report last night, and it just dropped out. I don't know if it's our internet's been pretty decent as of late. I made a change services.
Just call me on my direct line, Q.
I don't think I got any of that set up, Brother Paul. I don't think I got any of that set up. It might, you know what? We might do tomorrow, might do another. He popped out again. All right. So listen, we're gonna end it on that. With that being said, family, I'm gonna move over to the Pelican post game report, and we'll talk about the Pelicans, man. It's less than, oh my goodness, they got blasted tonight by 23 points, 120. I expected that as much, at least Van Gundy played Najee Marshall tonight. Maybe he can start, boy. I mean, all this stuff just happened pretty hardcore on the team. But it's good to see him using some other people. I mean, he played KLJ tonight, 21 points for KLJ. That was big. Willie Hernan Gomez played 21 minutes. He had 9 points, 8 for Wes Awandu. NAW struggled tonight. He only had 12. 14 from Bledsoe, Chief Bleeding Sore. 12 from Jackson Hayes. Where was Steven Adams? Oh, he didn't play. Okay. I was wondering where he was at. He didn't play. So that's damn near all the starters. Yeah, it was going to be a tough night. But Isaiah Thomas, the team signed. He's supposed to be getting ready for Sunday's matchup. But man, what a tough time to lose those guys. But anyway, we're going to talk Pelicans on the Pelican post-game report. My key contributor, DC, will join us there. We open up the lines so the family members can question concerns, comments as well on the Pelican post-game report. It's like the sports coma, but for the Pelican people, for the Pelican faithful. So with that being said, please feel free to join our Patreon, patreon.com/Pro Media Network. For lock content on Q with Big Q and TSC Q&A live show we do every Tuesday night. As well, you can get the TSC Q&A live show if you become a YouTube member, not the On Q with Big Q. We're going to add some more programs to that as well. Down the line, we got a new show that I'm working on to come out for the weekend. We also have a Ring Kings boxing that'll be coming out as well tomorrow. Ring Kings, all of our links for our other channels are in the description section below. And it helps out the platform. So with that being said, I'd like to thank all of you guys for chiming out. We had fun again for another fantabulous episode of TC Free for All Friday, man. And I'd like to thank all of the family members who chimed in. Thank all y'all, Iceman, Brother John, Brother DeWright, Revolt Control, Brother Paulie, everybody, man. Brother Jay Huntsberry, all of you guys with great calls. Brother Byron, great calls for all the family members chiming in, man. It was good to hear from some of the brothers I ain't heard from in a while. Maybe next time around when we do this, I won't hear from the ladies. I want to hear from all my ladies in the building, all of my ladies. And listen, let me tell you something. The Great Saint Think Tank has some intelligent women. I mean, some intelligent women up in here, man. They talking. They know the saints. I'm telling you, they know life and they know about the saints. I want to hear from my ladies next time, y'all. I hear y'all in that chat. I see y'all. What's up, Eternal? Big ups to Eternal Absolute. My KK 504. I see you, baby. LaShawn. Both my Tashas. I need to hear from y'all. Tyra, I ain't see Tyra in the building. Tyra, you will hear from Tyra. Big ups to Tyra. She ain't on the show, but I know she'd probably catch it on the replay. Give her a shout out to well. But Latasha, Simply Tasha, KK, KB, Lori, Tess, all of them, all my sports coma ladies. I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear. What's up, JT? Big ups to you, JT. Good to see you in the chat, fam. Much love. I passed over JT. What's up, Jeremiah? Big ups to you. What's up, brother Madge Prime? I see you in the building, bro. I was talking. I ain't see all the family members. Good to see y'all, man. Give y'all guys a shout out. Brother Lamar, I see you, fam. Big ups to Lamar and all the rest of the family members as well. Much love to you guys in this rendition of the show. So maybe next time around, thank you, Damien. I see that. Thank you, Damien. See, join the Pelican. Thank you, Damien. And if y'all want to do what Damien doing, join the Pelican Post-Game Report, feel free to go and look it up. And we'll be over there taking calls and breaking it down and doing it every day. Okay, KK, I got KK to come on here. Okay, all right. Where you at, Latasha? Where's Latasha at? Latasha, I want you on the show next time, Latasha. All right, next time we're going to roll it out next Friday. I want the sports coma women in the building now. Come on now. We got to hear we got some intelligent women out there. I won't hear from y'all for the next time around. Okay? All right. Okay, ladies. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to tip out on that. Much love to the Great Saint Think Tank, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay up, stay blessed, stay positive, keep your heads up, and know that as long as you vibrating high, all that stuff underneath that negative stuff and all that stuff cannot touch you. It got to bring you down to affect you. As long as you stay up here, you're going to make it, baby. So remember that. With that being said, all right, sometimes Big Q, I'm too petty. Okay, I got you. I hear you. All right, fam. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all for chiming in, and I'm going to see y'all on the Pelican Post-Game Report. My Sports Coma family, the rest of y'all, I will see you at another time, probably Monday, unless I pop up with a surprise stream. Hit that notification bell on the weekend. So much love to you guys, and I'll see you later. Peace.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies and the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit for Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Maybe she didn't work today because it was a holiday, but I figured she would have sent it yesterday because that's when she